What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Hey.
C'est la DJ Live.
C'est la DJ Live. C'est le dernier épisode de la saison. On a été super contents, chanceux. On a profité, on a eu de belles entrevues et on a une autre extremely good interview that's coming up right now.
Et avant tout, on introduit...
Il faut nous
Hold on. So, I'm DJ sweetlarock.
The Queen sweetlarock in the house.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is my crown. This is my crown. On my left, we have...
Godstamusic.
Et à mon extrême droit...
It's G-O-D-S-T-A.
Et à ma droite, aujourd'hui, nous avons des infamous DJ Flight.
Oh. Hey.
DJ Flight, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
On va essayer de faire l'entrevue en français, parce qu'on parle en français ici.
Oui. En français.
Mais
on est
en
au Québec.
tout temps, si vous voulez parler en anglais, parle en anglais.
Mais on va avoir des moments où est-ce qu'on va glisser vers l'anglais et on va glisser vers le créole. Donc, avertissement des gens d'entrée du jeu. Nous allons glisser.
Bon, H. Tu vas le glisser là-dedans. N'a glissé bien.
Tu aimes.
J'aime, j'approuve. So, yes, D. Do you have a question for Mr.
Of course,
Light?
it's the first
Oui, on
and
aimerait ça que tu partes le bal.
biggest question. D'où vient le nom DJ Flight?
Oh my God. Bon, j'étais à l'école. Je viens de rentrer à Montréal de New York, Brooklyn.
Oh!
Et j'étais dans une classe. Mon professeur, pendant le temps, son nom, c'était Monsieur Fontaine.
Monsieur
So
Fontaine.
shout out to Monsieur Fontaine. Shout out
Mr.
Mr. Fontaine.
Mr. Fontaine.
He was my French teacher.
Okay.
And I was daydreaming
And he
in
failed
class.
loudly.
I failed it miserably. He kicked me out of class, actually.
Ouch.
Oh, yes. I spent more time in the hallway. But anyway. I was daydreaming. I'm always daydreaming. And he asked me a question. Je n'ai pas attendu. And il a dit, "Damn it, Rudy, your head is always in the clouds. You're always in flight, you eh? You're always in flight." And I got up and I said, "That's it." Because I was thinking of a new DJ name. I used to go by this really dumb name.
Oh, go ahead.
That's what I want.
Go ahead, brother.
So before
Go ahead,
Flight,
brother.
so avant Flight, il y avait un autre DJ.
Super Dude.
Oh, snap! DJ Super Dude!
DJ
literally
Super Dude.
Super Dude!
And I knew it was stupid. And I knew I wanted to change it, but I had no idea. But it's the way he said, "You're always," and he did it with his hand, "You're always in flight."
With a French accent. You're always in the flight.
No, he said, "You're always in flight, you are in the clouds, your head in the clouds." And the flight just kept ringing in my head.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew. I said, "That's it.
Wow,
that's the one."
that's dope.
And he goes, "No, you know what is it? Go to the principal's office. That's it."
Ça fait du sens pour Flight. Ça fait du sens pour... Mais
Ben oui.
Super Dude.
I know.
Where does that come from?
I'm very
Est-ce que c'était basé sur Super Dave?
Dude,
understand.
it was 1978.
Okay, I'm sorry about that, sir.
I still
I was
don't
born
get
that
it.
year.
No, hold on. I don't get it. Like, what's with the 1978 link with
Dude.
Il y avait
Is it a comic book thing?
Well, back then, dude
je pense que oui, je pense que oui.
cool. It was
There was a
brand new.
cool,
Yeah,
Because dude was in the 70s, you know.
Okay.
So
Dude.
Super Dude, like Super Fly, was in at the time.
DJ
but
Super
it
Dude.
was starting to fade out.
Got it.
I needed to change my
Ben oui,
name
ben
because
oui.
it didn't fit anymore.
Début
Okay.
80, dude, non.
Non, mais
Yeah.
voilà. C'est ça, c'était ma prochaine question. Ça, DJ Flight. C'est dans environ quelle année on parle environ?
Exactly 1978.
78.
Yeah.
78.
That's when you started DJing?
Nice.
I started earlier than that. I was
You started
when
earlier.
when I was Super Dude.
Pour ceux qui
I
savent
started,
pas.
I started I started playing because I have a lot of DJs in my family.
Okay.
Like my father was a DJ. My grandmother, she wasn't a DJ,
But she had a collection.
She used to walk with her records to the party to play the party. So my godfather was a DJ. My cousin Ulrich, shout out to DJ Rick Smooth from Westbury University.
Nice.
Everybody was a DJ in my family. So I started because my godfather had his turntables at the house in Brooklyn, and we used to go over there. So technically 75.
So that's when you started.
75
Super Dude started in 75.
But 78, 100% is when I changed it and never looked back.
Never look back. Flight is in effect 78.
Flight à 75, en 1975, à quel âge?
Oh my God. I was 13.
Wow, that's dope.
That's
Lovely.
dope.
That's dope.
You're making me feel very old.
I was born in 78.
Alors, Super Dave to Flight. Est-ce que la transition à Flight s'est faite in Brooklyn ou à Montréal?
Non, c'était originalement à Montréal.
À Montréal.
Yeah, in Brooklyn, I was Super Dude.
C'est ça.
Monsieur Fontaine.
Ok, parfait, c'est Fontaine. Ok, parfait.
C'est Monsieur Fontaine.
T'es toujours, you always in the flight, though.
Wow.
Monsieur Fontaine a initié quelque chose très sérieux. J'adore.
Il a aucune idée.
Il le sait pas.
Il sait pas. Il a jamais su.
Aujourd'hui.
Puis là, ça, OK, il a dit 78. Bah, c'est quoi le premier party que Flight?
Ooh, pop the cherry.
The
first party?
Pop a cherry. Yeah.
That was at, it was a community center in Greenfield Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, ça, c'est pas dans ta zone, ça?
Greek
C'est
Center?
ma zone.
Greek Center?
No, the community center.
before
The community center.
You know where Centennial High School is?
Yes.
You know when you walk down, I think it's Legault Street. When you go down
I
to
think
Legault,
so.
yeah, they have a little community center right there.
Oh, shoot.
That was the first one.
Where they used to play ball. I used to
Yeah.
go chill at that fort where they used to play.
That's
Why,
the
you're from
origin.
Greenfield Park?
I'm from St. Hubert, right across.
Well,
from
when
the
we came
field
to
in the back of
Montreal, we were living in
Centennial.
St. Hubert.
Right behind the field, Centennial.
You know,
La Flèche.
right.
That's your homie right
That's
there.
his
dog.
man,
Okay.
yeah.
Come on, dog.
South Shore represent.
Come
Yeah.
on, dog. My first house party's in Greenfield Park. My first house party, I was 12 years old.
Yeah, we were part of a crew called the Sonic Crew. We formed a crew.
The Sonic
And,
Whoa.
Sonic Crew,
yeah,
South Shore, Greenfield Park.
that was us.
I didn't know about that. Who
yeah.
was in that Sonic?
In the Sonic Crew, you had Greg Benjamin, known as DJ G Sharp. You might know who he is. He has a radio show syndicated in the United States right now on G Sharp. He was on Kiss FM. And Kiss FM out of Maryland. And his show's syndicated, and now he's living in Florida, still with the syndicated show. And he's doing stuff like that. And his brother, Michael Benjamin, who was the original drummer for Corey Hart. I play my sunglasses at night.
Shit.
And there was two other brothers. We had, oh my God, Peter Kraut. Who's no longer playing with us anymore, and we had Scott Clark, who went by the name of DJ Stick. He used to be the DJ. There used to be a nightclub called Disco Laser in the South Shore, and he was the DJ over there. He used to DJ with a guy by the name of Mario Tremblay, which you guys know as MC Mario. Yeah, because that's where he started out.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, in the South Shore.
Damn, South Shore.
Is that where is Disco Laser where we had the Planet Master or no? Was it in another location?
The Disco Laser was on Tashro. I don't know the Planet Master. I don't know the Planet.
Non,
Yeah.
c'était le avant Planet Master was c'était le top. Yeah. It's on Tachereau and Saint Foy.
Tachereau and Saint
Is it
Foy.
like
this
14
brown
to 18
building?
year old?
No. Disco Laser was different.
You're thinking of Centre de Danse.
that's
Centre de
how
Danse
it
was
back in the
no
days?
good. Centre de Danse was specifically a club. See, because
For
back
teenagers.
back then they had a lot of clubs for teenagers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For 14 years
14
old
to 18.
Yeah, till you reach 18. After 18, you're not allowed in.
Of
You
course.
know what I mean? And in Centre de Danse, during
The
the
good
breakdance era, we used to
Centre
do
de
all of
Danse.
our battles there.
Yeah.
You know, so the DJs used to come and battle, the rappers used to come and battle,
Nice.
whether it be myself, whether it be DJ Ray, MC Sean One, Lord Supreme,
Sean One,
Chuck
real.
Ice.
Okay.
These
lot
guys are
of dropping
pioneers. They're all
names.
pioneers,
Yeah.
pioneer MCs back then. And then you had the breakdance groups. And the breakdance groups back then, the first two breakdance groups in Montreal was Cosmic Force and Vision Force. Those guys used to battle all the time.
All the time.
Okay.
Vision Force was more of a group, they were Latinos.
Okay.
And Cosmic Force was pretty much brothers. And they used to battle. And then other groups started forming. There was a group called Something Different.
And were they from the South Shore or Montreal?
Mixture of everywhere.
Mixture, huh?
You had South Shore, Montreal, Laval. You know what I liked about the breakdance groups, and I'm going to give them credit to that, because when it came to DJing and MCing, it was very click inside your community. So the people from Little Burgundy stayed together.
Yeah.
The people from NDG stayed together.
You're right.
Côte de Neige, like that. But when it came to the breakdance groups,
Unity.
that's when you would have two members from Laval. This one's from the East End.
Yeah.
That one's from the West. That one's from the South Shore. They got
Let's
come
together.
together.
Let's
Yeah.
click.
And because of that, other groups started doing the same thing. You started having MC groups that were doing the same thing. You started having DJ groups, because back then it was really big having DJ groups. You know, like 4 or 5 DJs, you know, all DJing together and, you know, as a crew. And you started having crews that would come from different parts of the city and meld together.
Yeah.
But,
Wow, that's dope.
yeah, it was nice. The 14 to 18 years old at Centre de Danse, that's where I really wish there was video cameras
Back then.
because there was so much
essence.
stuff that was done. And that's why the music, hip hop music in Montreal was capable of being spread out so easy, because there were so many different people from so many different towns
Okay.
Yeah.
coming
They would
together.
Coming together.
Yeah, exactly.
And battling and playing and doing whatever, blah, blah. I mean, when I look back, a lot of these guys that I know today, I would have never knew if I didn't go to Centre de Danse. I would have never knew. You know what I mean? I met Chuck Ice. To me, if somebody told me who was the person in Montreal that really represented hip hop from beginning to end, I'd have to say it's Chuck Ice. Chuck Ice.
Big shout to
That
Chuck
dude,
Ice.
he breathed, he slept hip hop.
Hip hop.
He woke up. When it comes to DJing, honestly, the person to me, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but I used to have a radio show on CKT called The Sound Supreme Show.
Sound Supreme, yes.
And it was the show that Mike Mission has now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mike Mission calls it Masters at Work.
Masters at Work.
Right. And a lot of people didn't know that when I was doing the show, Mike Mission was one of us. He was part of us.
Nice.
And then, you know, things happened, and I had to walk away from the show. And the producers, or the station manager called me, and he goes, I need your favor. I need you to take care of something for me. I said, what? And he goes, we have no idea how to replace you, because we had the #1 show in the city.
Wow.
How do we replace that without the
If I
numbers
may-
dropping?
If I may ask, just timeline wise, around what years is
We're
that?
talking about 89 going up to 91.
89. So 89, that's when you
88
started.
actually, to 90 to
88,
91.
that's when you started the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was
Okay.
hard starting the show because
Sounds supreme.
they did not want us on air.
No, eh?
They did not want hip hop on air.
And you fought.
Nobody
You
wanted
fought-
hip hop.
You fought
on air.
your way.
Well, what I did is I studied radio broadcasting in the States, because I went and I served the United States Army. When I went back and I did radio on the military base. And my first radio show was on Foxy 103 in Georgia. So I was doing Foxy 103 there. And then afterwards, we came back to Montreal after I finished serving, and I was trying to get something off the ground, and I was just getting block after block after block after block.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the history of Montreal. They don't, you know,
tell you
whenever
stories. I
you
could tell
tell,
you
you know,
stories.
you talk
do,
about
brother,
hip hop.
do. I want to learn.
I went back.
speak
I went
on,
to New
brother.
York. I went to New York, and there was a group called the Awesome 2 on radio.
Awesome
WNWK
2.
105.9. Yeah,
Teddy Ted.
Teddy Ted, Special K. Right.
You gotta know your
so
hip-hop.
we.
Nice.
I trained with them cats also, right? And then I went to Toronto, and there was a guy by the name of Ron Nelson, and he had CKLN, and he showed me how to do the Canadian way of doing radio. Because one of the ways that they blocked me is they said, your style is very American, but you don't know how to do Canada's radio, so we can't accept you. I said, okay, no problem. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
What does that mean, though?
back.
I don't get it.
It didn't mean shit. Because when I went to Ron Nelson, those guys went, what?
What does that mean?
Is it possible they saw you as competition and they were like
no, what they saw is there was a group of people that were running CKUT at that time, and it was just pure hate.
Okay.
And the reason why it's because the type of hip hop that existed at that time was very homophobic, very misogynistic, very and they were extremely politically correct. And
Yes.
we won't play that kind of music. And I had to explain to them that I understand your points. We'll try our very best to play clean versions.
Yes.
Which didn't really exist that much back then. You know what I'm saying? So we started doing the edits ourselves. We would take each song and listen to each.
Wow.
It was a lot of work. But anyway, then all of a sudden they started releasing radio versions. We would make remember the boop?
Yeah.
That was so annoying.
For real.
It was annoying.
Oh, I'm so glad they stopped that.
Yeah.
That's
You know, you're
annoying.
playing this song, go boop, and then a boop, and then boop, you know? But then
It was.
It's true.
it was crazy. So then
One of the first ones that I heard was Schoolie D.
Yeah. Well, he was
talking about boop.
Yeah, exactly.
Who says he?
Exactly. You know, so then I went to after CKLN and I did my training there, and the university over there gave me a letter of reference saying that he's trained. They knew it was
Gotcha.
bullshit, but they said, you know what, we're gonna match their bullshit. Here's your letter saying that you're trained. Let's see them cancel you now. So I came back and I told them and they said, well, we have no guarantee that people will listen to this and blah, 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 blah. So Keith Lewis, which was my manager at the time, Keith and Karen. Keith.
Diamonds and pearls.
There you go.
I went to those.
You know? And
I was young though.
we used to do the parties, and Keith goes, you know what we're going to do? He goes, we're going to make everybody that comes in sign the petition.
Oh.
So after 15,000 signatures,
smart.
we showed up with 15,000.
15,000?
15,000. Yeah, we showed up with 15,000, rough like 15,500, 15,400, but it was 15,000. So we showed up with a name, phone number, address. There was no emails back then.
For those that don't know, Diamonds and Pearls, back then
That
they
was
were
the
doing
biggest-
parties.
That was the
Palais des Congrès.
That's right.
Like,
Yeah.
3-4 rooms.
Especially
All the
for,
rooms. I was
all
a
the rooms.
teenager
New Year's
going with
Eve.
my
Yeah.
sister
New Year's
and my
Eve.
sister's friends. I was illegal. But still, I saw it. And imagine everybody signing the petition. That's dope. That's a
You know
dope
what the
move from
coolest
Keith-
thing I love
Keith and
about
Karen.
the Diamonds and Pearls things? I don't mean to jump, but I just want to make a fast point on that. It was the very first party of its kind.
Yep,
The
yep.
reason why it's because the communities were extremely segregated back then.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
That's
you know, to those who don't know,
Asians, Jamaicans, and
the Haitian
Trini
community and the Jamaican community was like oil and water.
Yeah.
You
For some
understand?
dumb reason, I don't
Exactly.
know why.
And then
But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I mean,
and then
like-
what happened is inside Keith and Karen, along with Basement Entertainment,
Basement, DJ
along
Bass.
with
Big shout,
that's my
Bass.
boy. That's my boy. Big shout out to DJ Bass.
Bass.
Along with I mean them no disrespect, but I forgot the name of the Latino promoters at the time because it was the first time they were doing something with us. But they brought in the band Papa Roach and a couple others, whatever.
yeah.
And there was a whole bunch of other promoters, Gary T Promotions, whatever. And they did a joint venture.
Yeah.
For the first time.
First time.
And it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Every room
Was
you
full
had
with different
the,
vibes.
The salsa room was packed. The compa room was packed. The
Exactly.
dance hall room was packed.
Yeah.
And then you had the main room that had the R&B and the hip hop and all
Exactly.
packed.
Big shout.
When I say
Everybody
packed,
dressed
I mean
up. Everybody
packed, like,
dressed up and everything, dancing.
If you go there, if you're on stage and you go to the bathroom, it takes 30 minutes to come back. And then by the time you reach the stage, they're saying your set's done. The next DJ's coming. Your set's done.
Oh man.
But for the radio, the last part, finally, when they decided that, you know what, we have no choice. We got to give this guy a shot because he did everything, right? And DJ Ronnie Love, shout out to Ronnie Love. Ronnie Love is the main producer for NBC now in the United States, but he's from here. There's a lot of cats from here that are rocking over there.
Know your roots.
So he was part of the board, and he said, "I got you," and he fought with them to give me a shot.
To make sure, yeah.
So we called the Awesome 2, and we told them what we were gonna do, and they said, "Flight, I got you." They said, "LDG, I got you." So our very first show on air, it was a 1-hour show. 30 minutes of it was the Awesome 2.
Nah.
They came to Montreal. They
Oh.
stayed at Keith and Karen's house.
Oh, my
Nice.
DJ Teddy Ted was on the set.
Wow.
Special K was on the mic with us, and we just rocked. The phone rang off the hook so much that the main people of McGill contacted the station manager who was at home. It's a Saturday.
Right.
And they forced him to come in to find out what's going on in that station.
Yeah.
Because when black people can't reach you, they'll call every single solitary phone number that they find. So they were calling 411.
Yeah.
It was nuts. So we proved to them that we had an audience.
Wow.
And that's it. We
Amazing.
stayed number one show till
It was number one.
Stayed number one, nonstop.
Stayed number one.
Never.
And for how long did you do it?
that was 88, 89, 90, 91. That was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, that was solid.
Wow.
And people kept calling. Right?
Non-stop.
They
We
just-
had to
they
bring
were requesting
in
songs.
two people, one guy named Christos and another guy named Gary Suman, and they were the ones that were handling the phones. The station put up an extra phone just for our show. So that people can come through. And we were also the first and only show at that time that allowed people to call in on air. Because what we did, which was kind of crazy at that time, and they made us stop it. I started talking to the people in jail.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So at the time they had a prison called Partenay and
downtown.
Bordeaux and all
Right
that.
downtown.
So I started giving it, there's a Sound Supreme show, giving a shout out to the people in Partenay, to the Sea Wind,
they didn't
and
like
blah, blah, blah.
that.
Call in, let me hear from you.
They didn't like that.
They called in. They're like,
wow.
yo, Flight, I want to send a shout out to my woman them. Tell her me come out soon. Me soon come, baby. Me soon come.
I'm fighting the case, baby.
She didn't
So
take
long you told me I was coming out.
That's funny because she didn't take the collect calls. So you had to call the radio.
We took the collect calls.
Many fools.
No, but like, come on.
We took them.
You had to send a message.
But we were in our 20s. We didn't care. We took all the collect calls.
Of course.
But the ones
It
it
attracted
started,
more
I
people.
get it.
it got
It attracted-
dangerous.
Je comprends.
Because
Yeah.
they started using the station. They were like, yo,
to do crime and
Linka,
everything?
Linka,
Yeah.
when me come out, me go take care of you. You hear me?
shit.
They were using the radio.
Montreal is G'd up.
And
For those that don't know.
I didn't catch
drop
on to
the
that.
bag
but-
for me. Drop the bag for me.
Yeah, boy.
So then,
shit.
do we have to translate all of this in French?
Non, on va faire sous-titres. parce que
Oui,
ça va être
non,
plus
mais là,
facile.
c'est trop là.
Quelque chose,
C'est trop
hein?
là.
All of that to say though, je vais juste faire une parenthèse en français.
Ouais.
Grâce à Flight,
Ouais. Merci, chef.
you guys, and I'm speaking about the youngsters qui prennent ça à la légère, qui maintenant c'est Internet, patati patata. Well, if it wasn't for him, il n'y aurait pas de hip-hop
For
ici.
real.
Jusqu'à présent, vous n'avez pas aucune radio 24 heures sur 24 de musique urbaine.
C'est vrai.
Jusqu'à présent, 2024, il n'y en a pas.
Mais tu sais, il y a une raison pour ça. Hein?
Hey, you tell me.
Ah, bon.
You were there way before me.
Voici la raison.
Go.
I sat down and I spoke with the original owners of Sequoia FM.
Okay.
The original owners of Sequoia FM was the Titleman family. And the son, his name was Paul Titleman. who was the older gentleman, and he had his kids, Ari, Dave, and whatever. I was close with the kids.
With the kids, yeah.
And he never knew that I was on radio. It was the kids that told him, Dad, Rudy, he used to do radio. And the father was like, oh, really? He goes, yeah, well, my family owns a couple radio stations. C'est quoi was only one of the many.
Really?
Yeah, they own a lot. In fact, the country station... The country station.
Always conglomerate of things, and then they kind of take over and like a whole market.
Use that format now. That means they were doing it back then, and they nobody knew about it.
See, the way it worked back then is that and it still works like that. It's even worse now than it was back then. It's you buy one station, you got that money, you make that money, and then you go to buy another one, and another one, another one, another one, and now you have a monopoly. You're holding on to whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, so going back to the story,
when I was talking to Paul and them, and I said, what he goes, so what are you doing now with radio? And I said, at the moment, I'm looking into putting some people together because I don't want to do a show. I want to get involved in buying an actual station. And he goes, well, I'm the man to speak to. My son told you. And I said, yeah, he did. That's why we're talking. He goes, well, what kind of station are you looking at? And I said, something that Montreal has never had, an urban station. And he was like, well, what's that? It's not his fault. He's 70-something years old. He's back on there, So, I explained it to him. I talked to him about the urban stations in New York, WBLS, 98.7 KISS FM, 92 KTU, all that. And he said, let me just do a little research. I'll get back to you, blah, blah. Anyway, he came back to me and he said, I'm very excited about this.
Hello?
Now, I was just as shocked as you are because I was expecting him to say, well, I thought about it and no.
Yeah.
He said, I'm very excited about this.
Wow.
The thing about it is that he did his research because I didn't know they actually own some stations in the States.
Oh, really?
He did his research and he found out how much money those urban stations
the numbers
were
were talking. The numbers were talking.
Even though an urban station in the States would be very different than an urban station here in Canada. But in his mind, he saw it as a massive potential because there were none. So he says, what do we got to do? Let's talk. I said, okay. I said, let me put together an actual plan, a proposal. I'll do the breakdown. And he gave me homework to do. He told me, no, you're not walking away. You're doing the homework.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, shit. I said, okay. I put together the paperwork, whatever. Anyway, we went down to CRTC in Toronto.
That's when I went to the CRTC.
Yeah.
That's
when we found out. That's when we found out.
What?
Yeah. That's when we found out that there's a CRTC Canada and then there's a CRTC Quebec.
Don't
Yeah.
Surprise.
CRTC Canada,
pas surpris.
they're young, they're hip, they're ready to go.
Because Toronto has been having an urban radio show
Wait,
for years.
fight.
Well,
What year are we talking?
Oh, geez. This was
What?
90.
Approximately.
What? 98, we could have had our station 98?
97, 98.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
So what happened is, what a lot of people don't know is that every single solitary province in Canada has 2 urban stations, including PEI. And Quebec doesn't have one.
Including PEI, oui.
What?
PEI.
L'île du Prince-Édouard.
Shout out to PEI.
Hold on. Sorry, Northwest Territories
Original
have...
black
They actually have
Canadians,
more
by the
than,
way.
they have more than 2.
Original
Because
black
Northwest
Canadians.
Territories operates pretty much on its own.
Yes.
Like they're not bothered by CRTC. They're not. Even though CRTC does have a certain ruling over them, but everybody seems to let them do whatever they want to do.
So it's there like the East, Quebec, and the rest of Canada.
Quebec operates 100% on its own. They have their own CRTC.
Yeah.
The Canadian CRTC cannot tell them pretty much anything. And their CRTC doesn't change the members. So all the members, are in their 70s, their 80s, and the only way that the members change is they die off.
Oh my, c'est ça.
So, but they said, and they pulled him into a meeting privately without me.
Ouais.
Yeah. And they told him that we don't want, and I quote, we don't want this music to ghettoize the cities in Quebec.
What?
Ça m'étonne même pas.
Ça m'étonne pas.
So basically,
On est sur YouTube,
they
nous
put
autres,
it
on
on
est
the
libres.
table.
On peut dire qu'est-ce qu'on veut.
They put it on the table at that time.
That's crazy,
They put it
man.
on the table that we'll pretty much never have an urban station.
Never.
And that's it. That's it.
sense.
And we haven't had one, if
That's
I'm correct.
in 98.
We've had urban show,
Yeah, exactly.
but we've never had an urban station.
So who's gonna die off to wake up and say, yo, okay, now the old folks are dead. I'm the young generation. What up, my people? Yeah,
I know.
Oh,
But I know that there's a new what is that TV, there was a TV station, there's a TV station
Natif.
yes.
You're talking about
Yes. I'm so happy when I first found out about them. I'm so happy because you know what that tells me? That's the first door open. For every time that I've saw something in Montreal, it only took just one
for real.
crack in the door.
That's true that they
cracked that door.
They cracked that door.
Yeah.
Actually, they like
Well,
you know,
forced it in,
they
but it was
forced it
good.
in, right?
They had
to
the
make
people.
sure because they had to go online. They got to
first.
get some
C'est
sort
ça.
of,
C'est ça qui est
petition and
arrivé.
some sort of support.
It's always a petition.
Non, shout out Natif,
yeah.
comment ils ont fait ça. Parce qu'ils sont passés par Facebook, Instagram, les médias sociaux
Yeah.
pour garder le plus de monde possible. Là, ils ont commencé à avoir un petit leverage. Puis là, ils ont commencé à faire des émissions.
Parce que c'est pas la première fois non plus qu'il y a des tentatives de créer
Non,
des
non,
shows
That I
urbains.
can testify. On
Mais
m'a
Jean-Yves, yo.
on m'a même invité à aller faire des lancements, puis là, j'étais comme, yo, is it gonna
gonna
stay?
pop off?
Est-ce que
Mais
ça va
Jean-Yves
rester?
Roux,
Puis ça,
I gotta give a shout out. Jean-Yves Roux, ça fait longtemps qu'il parle de ce projet de télé. Lui, il rêvait
C'est pas
d'avoir
son
un
premier
projet de télé.
projet.
Non, c'est ça.
C'est ça.
Ça fait au moins 20 ans que j'entends Jean-Yves qui dit, ouais, je veux faire un projet de télé. Nanana. T'es comme, ah, do your thing. Fail, jusqu'à ce qu'il est devenu une menace. You know how it worked, right? When Québécois heard about that station, you heard about that? They tried to cock block it.
Well, I expected that. I was waiting for somebody to tell me.
No, but listen, what they did though.
Go ahead.
They knew it was a threat because they already did everything and it was in CRTC's hands, right?
Right.
So là, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? I'm switching up, français. Là, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé, c'est que ils ont fait, ah ouais, les autres, ils vont déposer ça. Là, lui a été voir tous les autres networks, que ça soit avec Rogers, il s'est garé avec tout le monde. Quand il a dit, oh, we gotta stop this. On a déjà de la diversité, selon nous. So, il n'y a pas la fin de diversité. Donc là, ils ont déposé une plainte à la CRTC pour essayer de cock-block ça. Puis là, il y a une pétition pour dire, yo, that's what they did. Because they knew that if Native came in, they lost their channel.
Ben, en fait,
That's what it is.
that's weird to me because ce qu'ils appellent la diversité, c'est
C'est
comme...
occupation double.
Non.
Oui! Ils ont nommé ça, occupation double la voix. Il y a la diversité là. Il y a des quatre noirs là qui chantent là.
Moi, je pensais que c'était comme leur...
Quelques trois arabes là, quelques trois... Ah, nous bon là.
C'est leur canal. Moi, je pensais que c'était l'espèce de canal communautaire. C'est comme
ils sont basés,
c'est ta
Québécois
boss
a
band.
basé
Ah,
le
bon, ça,
fait qu'il y avait freaking la voix, puis il y avait occupation double, des coupes mixtes là. Il y a deux, trois petits noirs là, une petite noire là comme ça là. Voyons donc, c'est ça la diversité. Et ça, bonne crétin.
Wow.
Faute douce. Allez, moi,
Wow.
c'est un petit revenge. Mais c'est bon. Mais c'est ça, that's what happened. So, to go back to the story, shout out to you. Sérieusement. Yo, il a fait une tentative en 98 d'avoir un urban station. Puis la personne qui a pu le faire a dit c'était malade. Il a été cock-block. But yo, you could have changed like so many lives. I was a rapper back then, bro.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like if I had my own station, what? Music Plus was the own thing like
Mais
that we
oui,
had.
juste d'entendre du hip-hop à la radio, Sound Supreme, that was just huge. That only was huge. Maintenant,
dope. Wow.
une fois que tu move on de Sound Supreme, did you pass the torch to someone else?
Well, that's what I did. What I did is, at the time, Brian, which was the assistant manager at the CKUT, and he contacted me, and he turned around and he said, "Listen," he goes, "we need somebody that we could put in your place." He goes, "I know you're not in a position. You don't have to help me. Blah blah whatever. I'll tell you how I lost the show." Because I did lose the show.
Okay.
You know, they forced me out.
Okay.
Really?
For something that had nothing to do with me. I wasn't even in town.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but they blamed me because it was my show. It was under my
Speak,
name.
brother, speak. Let
So
me hear that.
the person that was replacing me at that time said some very heavy homophobic stuff on air.
Wow.
And as a penalty, they canceled my show.
Okay.
And I said, you know what?
Well, that's a no-no.
Yeah, exactly. And I agreed.
no-no.
I agree 1,000,000,000% with penalizing him.
But not you.
But not you.
How is it?
You weren't even there.
Because listen, when I heard, I was close enough where we could still catch radio. And I was listening to radio, and then I heard what he said, and I remember my reaction. I went, "Oh no! What are you doing?" I grabbed my phone. At the time, it was the brick.
Yeah.
The Motorola.
you had that?
That
Of course.
Yo, that was balls.
Dude, that was
you
a
had
weapon.
That? You know that was
That
a
was a
weapon.
weapon.
Yeah.
It was
I think it was
as
heavy.
heavy. Did you have it in your car?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you were balling.
I couldn't get through. I kept calling, hang up, calling, hang up, calling.
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God.
get through.
Okay.
It wasn't until later on that night that I reached Keith. I couldn't reach the guy that. I'm not gonna name any names, but here's the funny part. Here's the funny
gonna
part. The person that actually made those comments has a radio show right now today on CKUT.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That can't be real.
So I'm not. Again, I repeat, I ain't saying no names.
No,
but the
but
fact is,
we'll
he got
figure it
back.
out.
He got back on air.
You know you are.
So
Oh my
You's a
God.
fraud.
no apologies, no nothing.
You's a fraud.
My show got canceled. Everybody was
That's
like, "Oh well,
crazy.
that's how the story goes." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm the one getting punished for something you did."
And
Wow.
I think this is kind of crazy. The thing is, you're so like you're holding on by a
I bet
thread.
you I know who that is.
Literally, it could be super.
N'a pas l'air après.
Yeah, I just figured it out. I think I figured it out. I think
But
I figured it out.
you could be super successful, bring in lots of traffic and
Not
audience
just traffic.
and stuff.
Everybody that was in hip hop went through my show. Eric B. Rakim, Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane.
Flexi.
Everybody that came into Montreal passed through my show.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
When before the show, they couldn't get people to come on. And in fact, all those people came to my show and not FM 96, for example,
Yeah.
or any of the other shows.
But they weren't hip hop anyways.
Well, actually, Susan Davis was the main production manager, I believe, of FM 96, which was before Mix 96. And she reached out to us. And she wanted us to come on. She wanted us to leave CKUT. You guys belong here.
And
So we were like, yeah, we're down. We're cool with this, with that. And then here comes, yes, but we don't want you playing this. We don't want you playing that. We don't want you playing this. You know, the hip hop that we want you to play. We want MC Hammer. We want
Vanilla Ice.
So we went, no thanks. Thank you. She goes,
Yeah.
but
Bust the
you're
move.
gonna have all this. No, it's okay. We're fine. We're fine. And that's it.
And that was the radio part. But in terms of, because I know you probably saw the first clubs related with hip hop here.
Well, you got to understand, we were also a promotion team. We did all the concerts that came into Montreal was related to us. There was three concert promoter groups at the time.
Okay.
There was Keith and Karen,
Yep.
which is us. there was Garrity Promotions who came from
Guarantee,
us.
yes.
And then there was Blast Productions who came from Gary, who came from
okay.
us.
Okay.
So we
So it's a
had the
family tree,
monopoly.
basically.
We really had the monopoly.
Okay.
You know, and then you had Romero from
Big shot
of course,
Romero.
of course.
right. Romero brought in Jamanda and a couple other groups coming in to Montreal. But because there was only really one radio show at the time, you know, we got a piece of everything. So everything that came through, you know, we got a piece, you know. So everybody had to pass by because they knew that if we advertised your party on this radio show one night, you're packed.
You're done. It's done.
Because there was no internet at
There was
True.
nothing else.
True.
nothing.
Exactly.
Dope.
Everybody sat in front of the radio
Yo,
like it was
true.
TV.
Smart.
I
Comment,
remember.
on fait ça.
I remember.
Non, mais c'est smart.
Wait,
comment
I
ils ont
lived
fait ça.
that.
People put in their cassettes to
I
record.
lived that.
Yo, c'est j'ai jamais pensé
Wait.
qu'ils auraient fait ça aussi smart que ça. C'est smart comment ils ont fait
It's
ça.
a simpler time though. Like
Wow.
there was
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
What you mean?
Yes and no.
No. What do you
She's
mean?
saying it's like she's saying it's a simpler time. Yes, there were some parts that were more simpler.
Okay.
There were some parts that were harder.
Like-
For example, getting a nightclub right now, any of us could walk into a nightclub, sit down, talk with the owner, make a deal with him,
okay, ouais,
and
c'est
get
vrai.
the club.
Non, c'est vrai.
Back then, we had a lot of white friends. I'm going to be honest. Am I allowed to be straight?
Let's go.
Here?
Hey.
Okay.
Come on, man. You home, man.
This
Nah, I
is
just
the
want to make
platform,
sure.
man.
I've been on some shows where they
brother,
looked at me.
speak.
How dare you?
No.
You know,
Speak, bro.
we had a lot of white friends, and our white friends worked with us. So we'd be like, listen, I'm going to pay you this amount. You're the front guy. You're going to go to the club. You're going to sign the contract for us. You're going to do whatever because you can't tell the owner that a whole bunch of black kids are coming in. So when he shows up dressed up in a suit, or we got smart and we started using more girls, and the girls would come in dressed up in a skirt with you know, high heels, the whole bit, and the owner's paying more attention to her than he's paying attention to the
Je
deal.
fais un party.
Je fais un party, exactly, you know. So he's thinking a whole bunch of her friends
Exactly.
are gonna pack up my
Tall
party.
niggas.
I always loved.
Non, mais yo, dis-moi pas que ça, c'était pas intelligent.
Mais oui, c'est
Yo,
smart.
big yo.
You had no choice,
Props,
though.
man.
shit.
Props.
I used to
Trop
love
fort.
watching the owner's face when he comes into the DJ booth. What the hell is this?
Hey, man. Are
We're
you
like,
making money at the bar?
What are you talking about?
yes,
That's
exactly.
it.
We can't say
Yeah,
that.
but back then it's different from today. Back then they didn't care about the money at the bar.
Oh,
They didn't care about how much money they made
C'est
at the door.
l'image.
C'était, est-ce que
We
c'est un
don't
club de noir
want
ou
this
non? C'est
in
ça.
here.
C'est ça.
Period.
C'est l'image.
On veut pas de
L'image qu'on
noir
veut.
ici.
That's
c'est ça.
it. That's
C'est ça.
all. You know? So what we
Wow.
used to do is we used to have them sign the contracts,
That's
have the
crazy.
people come through, but we would smooth the owners after a while. Didn't you have a good night? Wasn't everybody calm?
Mais encore une fois,
was-
you guys paved the way. Maintenant,
Ben oui.
on peut pas le prendre
Yeah.
pour
Ben
acquis,
oui.
mais
Non,
si je rentre dans
absolument.
un club, oui, je suis Godfather D, mais c'est grâce à vous
Ben oui.
que moi, je suis capable de rentrer maintenant dans un club,
C'est
puis
ça.
dealer une résidence, dealer quelque chose. Big shout, thank you so much.
That's
Thank you.
dope.
Absolument.
Yo, pour de vrai.
Yo,
Wow,
respect,
ça, c'est
man.
des vrais
I'm telling
pioneers.
you, man, that's true pioneers.
Yo, ça, c'est tellement dope.
Tu sais?
Wow.
Mais, dans tout ça,
Oui.
dans ton parcours à
Uh-huh.
toi, what are
Vas-y.
the major clubs or residencies
Yeah.
that you had as flight? Que c'est comme, yo, ça c'est mémorable.
Well,
Try to remember chronologically.
Yeah.
there was a
beginning
big
to the
spot.
end.
One of my favorite spots was there was this big club, and it was inside the village.
Names.
And the gay village.
Okay.
No, I'm not, but it was.
no, names of.
Here's the funny part. Here's the
Trying to
funny
put a
part.
pause on
My
this.
brother, Claudie Philia. Shout out to Man
Big
Claudie,
shout,
Man Claudie in the house.
Claudie.
My brother was the very first black gay promoter in Montreal, and he started something called the Hot Chocolate Party. Which till today, I know some cats that are still talking about it. In fact, my brother still gets down today. Have you ever heard of a party called the Freaky Parties?
Of course.
FRKY?
Of course. Yeah,
That's my brother.
With,
Man Claudie.
Really?
Mocha, Russell.
That's right. That's
there
my
you
brother.
go. Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Big shout
So,
out Claudie,
but
man.
back then, we used to do it at Club Sky. A lot of people didn't know the owner of Club Sky was also the owner of Thunderdome. He was the owner of Thunderdome. He owned Apollo. He owned a whole bunch of different spots. And my brother goes to me, listen, I would really appreciate it if you would come in here. You, Eddie Lewis, and I can't remember somebody else. But we went over there and we played.
Big shout
we
Eddie
rocked,
Lewis.
we rocked the house up in that joint. They kept calling us back. We were like, I said, man, this audience is no joke.
No joke.
Yeah, it's fun.
When I got on the mic and I told them say ho, they said ho. I said, man, they ready to party. So that was one of my favorite spots. The other spot was, you know, a DJ by the name of DJ Choice.
Yeah.
He's the DJ for
Legend.
Dubmatic.
Yeah.
He had a residency at this place that just opened up, but people didn't really know what it was yet. It was called Groove Society.
Yeah.
Society. I've been
He
there.
called me. He called
I was
me.
there.
Yeah. He called. See, Groove Society had 2 lives.
Yeah.
3 lives, actually. The first live, the owner's name was Hugo. That's when we were at Groove Society. At the very beginning.
Okay.
The main room was a house room, and it was Christian
And
Foley.
Playground.
That was the DJ. Playground was on the other side.
Yeah.
And we had the urban room, the hip hop room.
Yeah.
And then later, Ugg sold it to these other owners.
Okay.
And that's when Romero and those guys
definitely.
came in and they did the ice cream sundaes.
Okay.
You know, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, DJ Choice called me in and he said, listen, because there's 3 rooms. I want you in this room. He goes, but I want you to play the old school shit.
Nice.
I said, how far back you want me to go? He goes, as far back as you want. I said,
Let's take a flight.
Don't say that, brother.
It's a fun.
My funk and soul collection is unheard of.
Super Dude
He
came
said-
out.
Oh,
Super Dude came out.
Super Dude was like, with the cape. That cape, he flew the cape.
And he flew with the cape. So it's like a mix of Super Dude and Flight. You know, like, dude.
Yes.
Super
I
Flight.
was throwing shit like Art of Noise. I was throwing stuff like
Oh, yes.
Trans Europe Express.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
You know, I had the breakdancers that weren't breakdancing anymore came out of retirement and they were on the floor. And Choice walked up to me and goes, you actually got them breaking.
And that was the vibe.
I had fun. there. But I mean, there was a lot of places that I had pleasure playing at. Whether I was playing with like LEG, Tough, and those guys, whatever, or whether I was playing by myself. My favorite still was Groove Society, and then L'Assommoir Notre Dame.
What is it? That's a mall?
L'Assommoir was in Old Montreal. The owner of L'Assommoir was Victor Charlebois, who's the son.
Yeah. I know Victor.
He's the son of Robert Charlebois, the
Yeah, I know
legendary.
Victor.
You know that song, You're a Frog, I'm a Frog. Here's me,
Very.
and I'm turning
Yeah, he's a
into
cool guy, man. Victor is
Oh
a
my
cool ass
God.
dude, man.
Yo, he's
a cool
super
ass
chill.
dude, man.
Every time he walked in,
Shout out
I
Victor.
made sure that I threw in some old school disco stuff, and he would look at me and give me a thumbs up.
Yeah, man. Victor, you cool, man.
I loved working at that place because it was one of the only places that I got to work at where Victor told me, play whatever you want.
Yeah.
And
I
speaking of which, I don't want to cut you
No,
off, but
please go ahead.
I wanna know, because you said you have a good collection of this or that.
Yeah.
But in those days when you were like mixing and
Yeah.
groove or whatever, what is the main style, or was there a main style, or were you just versatile where you were playing every type?
I was versatile. I love playing open format. Open format back then was different than what open
What
format
it
means
is
today.
now, exactly.
What do you
Especially for
mean back
technology.
then? What-
Because of technology.
Yeah.
But what
It's not just that, it's also music style. Open format today, when you say open format to a DJ today, he's thinking, okay, you mean hip-hop, R&B, dancehall, Afrobeat, reggaeton, and a little bit of house. That is open format to them. But if you notice, everything I mentioned right now is all urban.
yes.
Back then, open format meant you played what
Ever you wanted to play.
Yeah.
whatever. Dude, I'll throw in rock.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
throw in funk. I'll throw in Brazilian groove. I'll throw in, whatever it was.
But that's my open format. That's my type of open format.
And I know you know because I've heard you play and I'm like, I love this guy, man. Yo, I'm feeling this guy.
Yeah.
There's not many DJs in this city that, and I'm not trying to act whichever, but there's not many DJs in this city.
my dog? Do you?
I've sat at some places where I'm just like, and I'm sorry to say, he's probably rocking. I see he's rocking the crowd, but he's just not. I'm not.
Rocking
Yeah,
you. It's
right.
not
You know
rocking
what
you.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
Anymore.
But then I've walked into some places where I was like, like a lot of people ask me, what's your very favorite DJ in Montreal? Like the favorite DJ. DJ Tony the Cypress.
Ooh, he said something huge now. Huge. One of my teachers.
Yes.
That dude, I'm gonna tell you something. That dude,
Sensei.
and a lot of people don't know, he's a white Greek brother,
Wow.
but he's blacker than 1,000 midnights.
That's a bar. That's a bar. That's a bar.
When he walks into the room, I hear drums.
Ooh.
I hear Congo drums playing. That brother, when he used to mix Soulful House back in the day, he would tell a story. And you're sitting here going,
That's dope.
he's the only dude that actually
mad.
had me cry tears in the middle of a dance.
That's correct. And you're not the only person that I heard. Yeah.
Balling,
Yeah.
and I'm just like that, and I feel a shoulder, someone on my, and I turn, it's my brother going, I know,
I know.
and I'm like, yo, this dude,
Yeah.
and
He was telling a story.
you could be going through something, and he'll make you walk out of there knowing it's okay.
Yeah, Tony was crazy. Tony was crazy.
Oh, shout out to
Shout
my
out to
man.
Tony,
I
man.
still got love for him,
Yeah.
man.
Still to this day, man.
Shout out to Tony the Cypress. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, now that you're in that zone anyway.
Go ahead.
Name me
Talking
4
about-
others in Montreal and then afterwards international. But in Montreal, 4 other DJs that you had some type of, they had
That
influence on you.
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that had an influence on
On
me.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely DJ Robert Ouimet.
Oh, big shout out Robert.
Yeah.
Man.
In fact, a lot of people don't know the music that I did a lot of music production, and we released records and stuff like that. And I did it with Robert Ouimet
Oh, nice.
and Miguel Grassa.
Rest in peace,
You know,
man.
Robert. Yeah, rest in peace. That hit me like a ton of bricks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That hit me like a ton of bricks because it's funny. We just recently spoke. We were going to re-release some of our original pieces that it was time.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted to revamp it,
Revamp.
re-release it, put it out there, whatever. We had a piece with David Gordon
Nice.
called "I'm Thankful," and we were going to re-release that. We were going to release my first cut with them was called "Who Needs Enemies," and that was on High Bias Universal.
Okay.
And we were going to redo all that stuff because he said, "Rudy," and I love the way he talked. Okay, Rudy.
I'm gonna share something with you.
Go ahead.
That I shared with them already.
Yeah.
Robert is probably the reason why we decided to do this show.
This show?
This show.
Respect.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
It's because when he passed,
Right.
Yeah.
and I told them,
I remember.
when he passed, and je crois que Robert,
Ouais.
because Robert, you know, Robert, he's older than us, basically.
Of course.
When he started,
He
he was
passed
like,
74 years old.
there you go.
And he was still DJing.
He was
Ça
still
l'avait
DJ.
marqué. Je me souviens comment ça l'avait
Killing
marqué.
it.
Killing it.
Ça l'avait marqué.
And dude was there in the era of disco.
Oh,
Il
yes.
a reçu lui aussi un paquet d'artistes qui sont venus ici. et
He was
tout
the
ça.
original DJ of
That's my
Limelight,
point.
the nightclub Limelight.
That's my point. Fait que quand une personne comme ça décède, en tant que DJ, t'aurais voulu voir que quelqu'un fasse quelque chose de
ouais.
fasse quelque chose comme honorer la personne.
Yeah.
Et si c'est pas pour Christian Pronovo, Big shout out Christian Pronovo,
Ouais.
je pense que ça aurait passé vraiment comme quasiment inaperçu. So that's, and I'm not saying that you didn't do or other people didn't do. I'm just saying that moi, qu'est-ce que j'ai vu? J'ai vu Christian faire quelque chose, quelques médias ont parlé un peu de cette affaire, puis ça passait inaperçu. So that's why I said, you know what? It's time to celebrate the DJs. Et c'est pour ça qu'on a décidé de faire quelque chose comme ça pour honorer le DJ. Et that's why you are a guest today. C'est qu'on veut vraiment qu'il y ait une plateforme pour les DJ, justement, non seulement du Québec. Vous l'avez vu, de toute façon, avec les autres guests. Ça peut être n'importe où dans le monde. C'est toutes les connexions qu'on a, puis on va continuer. Mais c'est justement de mettre justement le DJ en valeur. Et ils ont tous des histoires. Et Tony, your story is like incredible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
far.
you brought up Christian Pronovo. It was, and I'm gonna say stuff that a lot of people didn't know. I used to hang out with Tony a lot during back at that time. Not super a lot, but a lot enough. When it came time to go to the clubs, what a lot of people didn't know is that Tony was part of a record pool back then. And record pools back then, it's not like today where you can get all your music online.
No.
Record pools would ship the music, FedEx, UPS, whatever, and the records would come in boxes and boxes and boxes.
I want you to tell the story A to Z because there's a lot of speculations, and I want you to tell the story because I know you were down with Tony.
Yeah.
I know Christian eventually he's gonna come. He's gonna tell his side. There's different sides.
He could tell whatever
There's
side he
different sides,
wants.
exactly.
I mean, there's his side, whatever side, and then there's the truth.
Exactly.
So,
So there you go.
So, because Christian Pronovo wasn't into house back then. Tony got him into house back then. Tony got everybody into house back then.
Okay.
We were into house because we used to go back and forth to New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we used to listen to Tony Humphries on air.
Yes.
We used to
Yes.
listen to Merlin Bob.
Yes.
We used to listen to oh my God, I'm forgetting the names. But you know what I'm saying. When we go back and we listen to WBLS or 98.7 Kiss late at night, late at night when the house was coming in and we're in the car going to the club because we only left to go to the club at 3:00 in the morning.
Yep.
In New York.
In New York.
And you were recording.
We press play and record because we had to record the show. And then we got up, got dressed. We're going to the club. We're going to Paradise Garage.
Yes.
We're going to some of the other spots. We're going to the Copa. We're going to all these, the Parrot. We're going, when we go out and we're stepping and we're listening in the car, sometimes the music was vibing so much in the car we never got to the club. We put the volume up. And we're like, oh, we're feeling that.
Oh man.
Yes.
Wow.
We're vibing. And then we realize, yo,
It's too late.
it's too late. But we have fun though, right? We have fun though.
Yes.
That's it. And we always had a bottle in the car.
Of course.
Because you got to drink a little before you walk in.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask.
Christian.
Christian got into. What was he doing before?
Christian had a record store called Inbeat Records.
Okay. Yes.
And most people know Inbeat Records when it was higher up on St. Lawrence Street, but the original Inbeat Records was exactly at the foot of Sherbrooke and St. Lawrence.
Okay.
That's where it was.
Yeah. Okay.
And Christian was more of an alternative DJ because what a lot of people didn't know about myself, there was myself and a very small few amount of blacks. Shout out to Carl Thompson and Roland and Frank and a couple of the others. We were known as the Biz Boys. And the reason why they called us the Biz Boys is because we used to go into club business. And we used to get kicked out of club business because we'd go to club business. We would bacchanal. We would carry on. Man, we were jumping on top of the bars. We were jumping. I'm a little bit crazy. So we would do crazy shit. And the doorman at the time was Perry Carrington, and another guy by the name of Wesley. And Perry used to always come up to us because, back then we were crazy. We'd go to the bathroom and do some crazy stuff. And then Perry would jump over the stalls, look at us, and I'd be like, Perry, give me one more second. I'm almost done. So then he'd be like, okay, I got to kick you out. I don't have a choice. I said, oh, don't worry. I said, I'm going to make you look good. Don't worry. I said, grab me by my collar. Grab me by my collar and grab me by the seat of my pants.
Yeah.
And make it like you're carrying me out.
Right.
And he goes, seriously? I said, yeah. Don't worry. The boss is watching. Don't worry. So he grabs me. I'm like, and I make a lot of noise. So they open the door and he throws me and I make like I fall down the stairs. I roll down. And I go, you're a bad man.
Oh, wow.
But I made him look good. He got promoted.
Wow.
But we used to leave club business, then we go to the Salvios across the street.
Oh my God.
Check it out. son.
What a
Dude,
night.
We all did
Look,
that.
le voilà. Check out my
Back
son.
then it was nuts.
That's
So
crazy.
at that time, the music, Christian Pronovo was getting all the alternative music and this, and that, whatever. And from time to time, he would get some gems that he used to sell to Christian Farley. Christian Farley was the main DJ of Club Business.
Club
Yeah.
business, okay.
And then Tony DeCipres, who was with Short Shot Record Pool, Tony DeCipres started getting the house, coming out of New York, Chicago, and what have you, like the early stuff. You know, the first house song that we heard was a song called Donnie. Da 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 da. That song was like, what the hell is this?
Is this,
And it had haunting keys that were on it, and we were feeling that track. And he brought that to Christian. Christian said, "What the hell is this?" And Christian wasn't feeling the house too much, but he knew too many people were asking.
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden he started carrying it. He started having it. And Tony was the main guy supplying it.
Okay.
But then you had two main suppliers at the time. You had Universal out of New York, and then you had Unique. Those were the two main vinyl suppliers of music that you had to go through. So they had record stores like Wow Records. You had record stores like Taboo Records, Dutchie's Record Cave, and a couple of the others. But the main two places that they all got their music from was either Universal Music or Unique. Unique was the last one standing.
Where was Unique again?
New Jersey.
Okay.
Unique was in New Jersey. Universal was both. Universal had a warehouse in New Jersey, but their main office was in New York.
New York, okay.
Right? And then you had that. But then you also had Rock and Soul. And Rock and Soul was a record store, but for some odd reason, they had a connection where they got their hands on house before any of the others would get. So Tony had a really close connection with Rock and Soul. The owner's name was Karen. She had a daughter named Shirley. Or was it the other way around? I can't remember. But anyway, they had a basement, and in the basement was something called the Vault.
Okay.
And all the old disco, all the old urban funk, all the old urban soul, the rare grooves was in the basement. And if they liked you, they allowed you to go down there, and you're there for hours. And you're just digging through the records, digging. Wow. Put that to the side, digging. Tony would go there on a Friday night, do the whole Friday night, come back on a Saturday, do the whole Saturday, come back on a Sunday, do the whole Sunday, and come back with crates and come back to Montreal on Monday. That's how much they loved him. They loved him. You know,
check these stories.
dude, I could tell you stories about him. The way Tony used to spread house. Tony used to go from club to club to club to club to club. He used to go to Club Business, then he'd go to the Salvios, then he would go up to what's the name, Red Zone, then he'd go to the other one, Apollo, and he'd go to all the DJs and say, play this, play that, mix that with this, mix that. And the audience was like, what is this? Like, we don't know what the, you know, and you'd watch the audience not know what to do. So what Tony did, just to show you how smart he is, he started walking with a crew that used to love to dance. And he'd be like, listen, I'm going to play this song. When I play this song, hit the floor.
Yes.
And we would just leg up,
Yes.
do the spins, do whatever, and everybody's watching us.
Everybody's
so
going
now all
wild.
of a sudden they're getting closer and closer and closer. Now everybody's on the dance floor doing their thing. Okay, our job is done. We leave the dance floor spot.
This fact, exactly.
Now we're moving to the next because Tony had the van. Now we're going to the next place and the next place and the next place and the next place. Club Business, to me, was the one that I loved watching how, because Montreal is very different from many, well, back then. Montreal was very different from many other cities. I'm not trying to insult Montreal, but Montreal was a city of followers, not leaders. Because they're not moving until they know.
What's crazy, I say that
all the time.
It hasn't changed. What's crazy is that there's a unique essence in Montreal, right? The minute that you stop looking at other people, you're automatically dope because the city is dope.
Yeah.
So why are you watching other people to see what they're doing? Because everything you do, you become a trendsetter.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It's still like that to this day.
Right. From what I
feel
see,
you. I feel you.
I'm not trying to insult the city at all whatsoever. But from what I see, the city itself, when I'm looking at the city, let's put it this way. The way I DJ, whether it's back then or even now, if I get a brand new piece, I'm not scared. I notice a lot of DJs today are terrified to play a new piece.
Yeah. A lot. I don't give a damn. If I like it, I like it.
I'm throwing it in.
It feels good. I play it. Yeah.
But the way we worked it back then is if it's a brand new song, you work it early. Then as you do your set, you work it again in the middle. Then as you do your set, you work it again in the night. By the time you work it towards the third, people think they already know the song. Now they're singing along, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah,
because we call that working a track. You know what I mean? But today, DJs won't work a song until they hear someone else work the song.
Okay, if I may add,
Go ahead.
Before, we used to have it on wax before everybody else, so you were breaking a record.
Yeah.
Now your neighbor has the records before you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Hey, you haven't heard this," and you're like, "What? That came out." So for you to break a record, it's more difficult. You're just gonna go more like, okay, this is what people want to hear, so boom, I'm gonna play it. But I think that's the difference, and that's where the creativity goes along too. Like me now, as a producer, I can produce some tracks that are only made by me, so it's exclusive to me. So if you want to hear it, then you have to go through me.
Exactly.
So I think that's where things are gonna be a little bit different. But it was just une parenthèse.
Absolutely.
No, but you make perfect sense, because when I'm looking at it, but going, as far back as Tony was concerned, I used to watch him break. I'll never forget the way he broke this one song. There was a specific song called "Falling in Love" from Sybil. It's a very, very old school house track. I'll never forget how I heard it. Do you know that when people hear a song for the first time, they hear it in two ways. They hear it audio and visual. Whatever it is that they're seeing at the time that they're hearing it will determine, it's going to determine how powerful that song retains within them. So when someone sees something on a video for the first time, they have that video to relate with. So they can say, oh yeah, I love this song, whatever. But if they're seeing something traumatic while they're hearing the song, it's not going to have the same effect.
Right.
So he played this one song, that bass line kicked in. Boom, ba-doo-ba-doom, ba-doo-ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, doom, ba-doo-ba-doom, ba-doom. And I was like, what the hell is this? My body's moving, but I'm not even aware it's moving. And this girl named Jennifer, she was a ballet dancer. Beautiful sister. And she started doing her shit. And she was just twirling and doing, and I was like, as I'm listening to the music, I'm relating with what I'm saying. Then this other brother named Anthony got on the floor with her, and the way he was dancing, it looked like they were choreographed, but they weren't. They were just in
vibing to the music
like
in the mood, in the vibe.
Music.
Do you know, till today, whenever I hear that song, I still
think about
see that same image. I fell in love with that song because of the way they got down.
Yeah.
And to me, when I saw the way Tony goes, yeah, that's my friend. I always bring them around when I'm doing stuff. And I said, this guy was smarter beyond his years, man. He just was. Tony lived in New York. He would go to New York, sit there, watch all the greats play. He would absorb it. To me, he should have been there. He was too big for Montreal.
Yeah, for Montreal.
He was too big. And some people are just too big for Montreal. You're too big for Montreal, by the way.
Boom.
I wanted to tell you that you're too big for Montreal, by the way.
Thank you, my man. Thank you so much.
Respect.
But that's what I don't even see myself like in Montreal. Like I think it's more like I'm in the world. I'm in this planet. Let's do it. If I go somewhere, I go somewhere. But I think that to go back to Tony, you're totally right.
Default.
No, but I think to go back to Tony, I think obviously it should have been
in New York,
anywhere,
elsewhere.
One story about Tony nobody knows. There used to be a TV show in LA, California called Star Search.
Yeah, Star Search, of course.
Yeah. If you get a chance to either YouTube it or Google it or whatnot.
Of course.
the only DJ that ever performed
Really?
on Star Search was Tony the Cypress.
Oh, man, no.
Because Star Search was about searching for if you have talent.
Yeah.
So he was
Just
on
to
Star
name a
Search
few that
as a
came
DJ.
from that show.
Wow.
Just to
He
name a
played
few.
it, and he mixed this beat while he was on Star Search, but he was on Star Search.
Amazing.
And he
Just
rocked
to
it.
name a few that went through Star Search, whether they got booed or not.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, I think Whitney Houston.
Lauryn
I
Hill
think
was on Star
Usher.
Search?
She got booed, man.
Oh, shit. I didn't know. I didn't.
So coming back to, I think we were in the inspiration question.
No, yeah, because now you said that Tony inspired you.
Yeah. Tony and Robert we met.
Yeah. And if I go back to Tony, just so we know, so he was the main man in those type of environment.
Well, you see, because music has different genres. So if
Yeah.
you're talking about like house music, soul, funk, whatever, Tony the Cypress.
Excellent.
If you're talking about like house music again, but mixing techniques, Robert We Met.
Robert we met, yeah.
Robert We Met drops the needle, pitch once, twice, it's locked. And he doesn't even touch you ever see him? He doesn't touch the pitch anymore. Both of his hands are on the fader. He doesn't even pitch it anymore.
True.
The rest of us are dancing with the pitch, writing, whatever. He's writing the song. La-da-da, la-da-da. And I'm like,
That's true.
Wow.
he has such a precision. He'll listen to the track, push it back, push it forward, maybe one more. That's it.
Wow.
Then he brings it up. I'm waiting for him to let go and do this,
Nah.
and he never does. I'll never forget, me and my brother did a party. It was more my brother's party, and I was helping him. 1992, we called it the Sound Factory in Montreal. The place was 64 Prince. It was a warehouse, 5,000 people. It could hold. Robert We Met was one of the DJs. He refused to play for anybody else. But he goes, man, for you, Rudy, no problem. I was like,
Such a class ass, man.
and he hasn't played out in years. So when we put on the flyer, DJ Robert We Met, every DJ came out.
Wow.
You ever heard of DJ Mark Anthony?
Man,
Mark Anthony from Red Light and all these other DJs, they all came. It was almost like class was in session because everybody was standing in the open window, almost with pen and paper, watching what Robert was doing. They were, and Robert just, with his glasses, just standing at the end of his nose. He pitched it once, pitched it twice, maybe a little, and then he let it go. Okay, here we go. And he kept both volumes up, and he just stared at it, and then he walks away from it, and he starts looking for his other vinyl. Both are playing.
Yeah.
Volumes are both up.
Yeah.
He'll stop, lower the bass a little on that one, come back, writing, and we're both looking at each other. All the DJs are all looking at you like,
Wow, okay.
no one's saying anything, but the eyes were like,
Wow, that's dope.
and then he'll come back,
That's
and he
dope.
can't see his glasses. Rudy, read that for me, please. It's Robert, it's blah, blah, blah song. Okay, thank you. He pulls it out. This guy amazed me. He made everything look like child's play.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's dope.
And by the time the next DJ comes on, DJ's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do now. How do I follow this guy?
Wow.
You know what I loved about that specific party? I just realized right now, the very first DJ that Buena Note ever had was a DJ by the name of DJ Khaled. Respect to Khaled.
Okay.
DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled's first outdoor party was with us. And a techno DJ that you guys would know. Oh my God, I don't believe I just forgot his name right now.
No.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a senior moment.
Hot flash.
But it's all good.
You're all invited to my 60th birthday party.
There you go. We all come.
Legendary.
Hold on a second.
Do you know when is it? Though?
I know it's with
Techno?
an S. I see an S.
Techno DJ?
Yeah, he played techno.
Here?
Montreal. He's from Montreal. What the hell? Anyway, the party was his very first party ever. He was 16 years old. He wasn't allowed out. But he begged my brother. My brother went, okay, but you stay in the DJ booth. You don't get out of the DJ booth. And he killed it. Because he played jungle.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He played that. He was killing it. And the people were like, because it was early. It was early. It was before it was called drum and bass. It was early. And he played some stuff that we were like, oh shit. Because they had that whole reggae thing attached to it. But he killed it. And then he went to this techno thing. And we were like, oh shit, we're feeling this kid. He killed it. But it was his first time ever. It'll come to me after. I don't know why I'm forgetting. You know what? I know I'm going to leave here and I'm going to say, oh, his name was...
It's always like that.
Yeah, but you're in your car driving.
If you get a chance to Google techno DJ out of Montreal, his name will come up. You know, but anyway.
But in terms of the equipment now that you went through, because I know you've seen it all, but how was the transition for Flight? Like for you to go from turntables?
No, I didn't start on turntables. I started on reel to reel.
Reel to reel.
I started on reel to reel. Then I even before that, I started on reel to reel.
Okay.
And then after reel to reel, it was pretty much reel to reel and 8-track because you could actually mix with 8-track.
Of course.
A lot of people don't know that. You can. And then then I went turntables.
Oh, wow.
And the first turntables were the Techniques, the LSBs. You know, where the pitch was this way.
Oh wow!
Instead of this way, it was a round circle. You know,
my Lord.
And you grab the needle, you put it there, and you have to be very careful, and you let it go very softly.
So
belt, right?
So Flight went with those turntables. Then, of course, radio clubs. You've seen the Techniques.
Well, it was technically always Techniques. I mean, Pioneer was big on turntables too back then.
Okay.
And but from the SLB's Techniques, we went to the Techniques, the 1100s. Because if you're mixing disco, the 1100s was the very best for disco. Because the 1100s pitch was very gradual. The same way as a live drummer was. So if you're pitching it faster, it's almost like as if it followed that. You understand? Okay. But then when the 1200s came out, the 1200s was more precise.
This is the speed.
Yeah, this is the. You move that, it's there.
Yeah.
You move that, it's there. You know, so it took a little bit of getting used to when you were mixing like disco and stuff like that, because disco was more of an 8-count mix. You know, while.
Unquantized.
Exactly. You know, like 8-count to 16-count mix, depending bars. But R&B and hip hop can go anywhere between 4 bars to 8 bars.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, the Technique 1200s to me was probably more created for the urban stuff.
Yeah.
Because urban was starting to get so huge. And disco was being faded out. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm believing. You know what I mean? And then once you got the hang of the 1200s, when it came to scratching, the fucking 12s.
Of course.
I mean, we started scratching on the SLBs. But when the 12s came, the precision.
Direct.
And the direct turntable, the lock. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But the way we did is we used to put wax paper down.
So that it could slip better.
And then we put a small little cardboard cutout in the center. And then we put the slip mat. Then we put the vinyl. So that we had like that. So then we had it like that, but it still had a better control. It had a better control because it would lock.
Yeah.
So that's why. And from what I'm hearing, I haven't used the new one, the MK7. But I heard the MK7 is even more precise.
Oh, boy.
Oh, really?
If you could even get more precise.
Exactly. It's
But,
already like,
you know. But the one that I only got a chance to play with it twice, but I want to play with it more. The Rain.
Rain what? Rain
I know
gloves
you
or
played
Rain-
with it.
Which,
I played with it with the Dread at Clubs 2016.
Yeah.
Right,
Rain
right,
gloves I'm
right,
talking
right,
about,
right.
Yeah.
I want to get a chance
I
to
got a
play
pair
with
of
some
those.
more, especially the Rain, the MK2s.
But what does Flight uses now? Now,
1200s. At home, 1200s.
oh, that's at home. But let's say you have a festival or a show.
I have-
What is your rider?
I have a couple controllers. I have because I'm still my laptop uses Tractor. I'm using Tractor.
You're using
okay.
Tractor.
Yeah, because I had Tractor for a long time.
Nice. Okay.
You know, I had Tractor before Serato, kind of whatever, and I stayed with Tractor. And the reason was because for a long time I was doing more house than I was doing R&B hip hop. So
Okay.
to me, Tractor was
Made more sense.
Okay.
because you with Tractor, even though it's not the same now, but for a long time, you could remix a song on the fly with Tractor, and you couldn't do that with Serato.
Back then,
That's
yeah.
right.
The only thing Serato had at the time was maybe an echo, you know. But with Tractor, there's so many things you could do, and if you're doing a syndicated radio, Tractor was the only software that you could use at the time that allowed you to broadcast.
Really?
Yeah. There was no other software that actually had broadcast capability.
Ah.
You know,
okay.
so Tractor was the one that allowed you to do that. And then on top of that, excuse me, on top of that, there was something else that I was gonna say Tractor had.
Because you were saying that you could mix it on the fly, so maybe
Yeah, you could remix on the
Remix.
fly. Like you could lock Tractor's loop, which you couldn't do with Serato or any of the others. You could lock it in such a precision way that you just press the button and it locks.
Locks it,
And
yeah.
you don't have to adjust it or anything. It would just go down, down, down,
Yeah.
down, 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 and then lock it back out.
Yeah.
You could do things like that. You could have phasing done, all that stuff with Tractor, and you couldn't with Serato, but Serato got smart. Serato started saying, you know what, we got to start taking care of this stuff,
Yeah.
and Tractor got lazy. Tractor got real lazy. If somebody comes up to me right now and says, do you see yourself with Tractor in the next 2 years? No, I don't.
Yeah, it's dying off.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about changing now.
No, okay.
I'm thinking about. I already got Record Box.
Okay.
So I'm transferring everything to
Already,
Record Box. And now that if I'm DJing on the CDJ 3000s with the DJ mixers, the DJ MA9, you know, I'm walking. I got my USB keys in my pocket.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I walk in. I got two. You know, I got one for house.
Okay.
This one's house.
Okay.
This
You got
one
your
is
spot.
urban, open format, everything else.
There you go.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
There you go.
right.
So to
Yes,
me,
You're
it's
always
like
prepared.
That's
always.
it.
You never
Let's
know.
go. You never know.
Something told me maybe they might ask me to do something here. I said, walk with your shit.
There you go. There you
You
go.
never know.
There you
But
go.
my
freedom.
thing is that I walk in, I plug, I play,
That's
and you
it.
move forward. You
Yeah.
know, because I don't see myself holding on to Tractor unless Tractor does something drastic and snaps out of it.
I don't think so.
And you know what's so sad is that Tractor's owned by Native Instruments.
I know.
Yes.
I
Do
know.
you know, as a producer, I'm more of a producer than anything. And yeah. I
Well,
Talk about
I do
that.
extreme production, bro. I'm actually going to be working with, Impos?
Of course. That's my
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, that's your
That's
okay,
my
yeah,
dog.
you
We
know,
go
I
back.
met
That's
you
my-
at the, right,
That's family right here.
High school days. Like, that's my dog.
That's
So
family
I just
right
spoke
here.
with him this
Shout out
week. I'm
Impos.
supposed to go to the studio and sit down, whatever, because he heard some of the stuff that I had done before. He said, Flight, I really want to work with you.
And is it
Blah, blah,
hip
blah.
hop? It's hip hop tracks?
It's everything. It's
Everything.
hip hop. He's got, because he's also producing some other people.
Yeah. He's got
You know,
artists on them.
He's got artists, and I do everything. I do hip hop, I do R&B, I do Afrobeat,
Very
I do
solid
salsa,
guy in this industry.
merengue,
I
reggaeton,
love
everything,
this.
Everything.
Ooh, ooh.
Everything.
including rock. I do a lot of rock too.
You're gonna
So-
work with. You're gonna work with Roma. Roma. That's his main
Is
producer.
that the white guy there?
No, he's not white. I don't know.
Because there was a white guy that I met. Really
He has
cool
a
dude.
team. That's his own team.
Oh, okay,
Basically,
okay.
He built his own team. He's completely
Right, that's,
independent.
he was mentioning to
Stan
me
don't
that he's
play,
got,
man.
and he said,
Impost
I
don't play.
want you to
don't
become
play.
part
You
of
don't play.
the, and I said,
no, Stan.
I'm ready.
Impost don't play.
Nice.
That's dope. That's dope.
He don't sleep either.
Yeah, I know.
That guy's
I don't even understand. I know.
And I love that because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. Let's get going. We're ready to go. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
What are we gonna
I
do?
love
What are we gonna do? You know
Always
what I mean? So-
dynamic, always ready to do. That's a dope. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
like a dope
I
project.
remember at the barbershop we met. Yeah.
Was there other artists with who you produce in Montreal? Or just,
Yeah. Michelle Sweeney.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Michelle
wow,
Sweeney.
that's a voice.
Layla. Lorelei.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Give me a
Yes,
second. Give me a second. Give me a
Let me
second.
stop flex.
That's
See?
Big Papa Pump.
It's me.
Super dude.
Nice.
Super dude.
Super dude is back.
That's dope. Non, mais ça, c'est quelque chose que je savais même pas de Flight.
Even David Gordon, Carl Henry. Carl Henry did my song Love Alive.
Okay.
He did Love Alive.
Big shout, Carl Henry.
Yeah. He did a great job with that too. But you know, I mean, we were doing stuff since like the 90s. And the reason why I stopped is because you know, I had kids, you know, but now my kids, I mean, I just came back from Jamaica. My son did a destination wedding.
Yes.
Oh,
nice.
And so
I
we went
met
over
your
there.
son, man. Mad cool, man. Big shout to your son, man.
You know what I mean? So he went over there and I stopped, and that's when I stopped and I said, okay, I don't have to worry about him no more. Now it's about me.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, so that's it.
And
So,
speaking of which, like, in terms of, you know, I would say, because I know you've been mixing at clubs, festivals, things like that, but did you ever DJ for, like, MCs or, you know, like, shows? Is that
I
something
did a
that
lot
you
of
did?
shows. I'm having trouble remembering them off the top of my head. I did a lot of shows. My thing is, there was one MC, I really wish I could remember his name. The name of the production company that put it together was MEP Productions.
MEP, okay.
That was it was actually a Haitian group.
Oh,
yeah.
Back in the day. In fact, if I'm correct, he's the younger cousin of DJ Bass.
Oh, okay.
And we did that event at what is the name of that club? Theatro.
Theatro.
Theatro. Remember Theatro on St. Lawrence Street? Okay. So we did it at Theatro, and then there was this one MC, Big Brother, and he grabbed the mic and he was doing his shit, and I said, I got you. So I'm listening to him, and that's when I realized this is what a DJ goes through when I'm emceeing for them. A smart DJ is reading the MC. No joke. That's why I love working with two specific DJs, LDG and Tough.
Tough. Okay.
You know why? There's no ego involved. If you see any of the video clips with, like, especially at the Montreal Jazz Fest, there was, because, you know, it was filmed, I think it was either EC Quebec, ECTV Quebec.
Oh, okay, I
or
gotta go see it.
one of those, they were filming the whole
okay.
thing. And you see me talking with him.
Ici Montréal, I
And
think.
EC Montréal, or
Yeah.
either EC Montréal or EC Quebec.
Yeah,
One of
it's
those.
Ici Montréal, I think.
So, me and him have cues. I'll look at him and I could blink like 3 times. It means this, twice means this. Nod my head means that. You know what I mean? So
Nice.
we have
That's
cues,
dope.
you know. And he's a real battle, like he's a turntablist. He's a battle DJ. You know, one of the very first 2 battle DJs in Montreal was Butcher T, and then it was LDG.
Nice.
Those were the very first 2, and he's still battling.
Battle.
He gets up every day, 2 hours a day, 2 hours a day, 2 hours a day. Like he's that disciplined.
Wow.
He
Wow.
doesn't
Dope,
play.
man.
Wow.
He doesn't play.
That's
So
dope.
he's doing his shit, and he was doing it on the Reigns, the MK2s for the first
Yeah.
time. So he was like, "Yo, I'm feeling these, man." You know, he's thinking, you know, I said, "You want to take him home tonight?"
Yeah.
Because he lives in Vancouver now, so when take a home means he's gone.
God, yeah.
But we're joking. We're playing. You know, we're playing. So anyway,
He ain't never coming back.
you know what I mean?
Peace out.
Flight.
Flight. Et tout le monde a le flight, oui, là.
So he would do his thing. So we had cues. So as a DJ, I've had the pleasure of working with everyone, not all, but the majority of some of the best DJs this city had to offer.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And to me, including you, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bless me. No, amazing as usual.
And the thing is that there are certain DJs that I could 100% work with, and there's certain DJs I just
No,
can't.
you can't.
You know what I mean?
Is it ego? Is it what?
100% ego.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. It's always just about ego.
Ego.
The problem is some DJs believe their own hype.
True.
They really do. Listen, I'm an old man. I've been in this game since 78.
I know.
So I've seen the best come. I've seen the best go.
Boss,
And
that's why when you're telling me you see something in me, I don't take it lightly, man.
I've been seeing
dude.
something in you. I remember the conversation that I had with my brother about you. And my brother, and you know who my brother is. You know my brother, Claudia. You know, and I told him, I said, you got to hire this guy. You got to have him play at one of your things. He goes, I know. The problem is that the list is long.
Yeah.
Because everybody's constant.
Of course.
My brother?
Yeah.
Whenever he
What
does a
party does he
function,
organize?
freaky.
Okay.
Freaky, yeah. Freaky.
Yeah, and that's the one he's doing now. But he was the one behind Therapy,
Okay.
which was the big one with JoJo and all
Yes.
that. The whole concept of the name and everything came from my brother. He was the one behind Club People.
Gotcha.
The name was my brother's idea.
Whoa.
You understand?
Big shout out to JoJo, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Joe too. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, but he was the one behind the hot chocolate parties and all these other. He did so many different functions, and it's funny. I'm so glad that he got his flowers past couple years because I can't remember the newspaper. I don't know if it's La Presse or one of those. They did a big article on him and all his accolades and everything he's done, whatever. This and that. Oh, man, brought a tear to my eye. And I was like, you go.
Yes.
It's time because my brother did it when they really hated it.
Right.
You understand? Like they hate it. And he didn't give a fuck. My brother was like, nigga, I'm from Brooklyn. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Walking through. He came in and he just went, he got this party, that party. Because when my brother first started out, he was doing parties at different clubs.
Yeah.
One of the places, it was Romero. That was the first one that he did something with at that time. And he said, I need something bigger. I looked at him and I went, nigga, you better crawl before you run. And he goes, no, fuck that, I'm running now. I said, that's my nigga. Do your shit.
There you go.
Do your shit. He did.
Yeah.
He hooked up with Mark Anthony and they started doing big part. When he did 64 Prince, remember, 64 Prince holds 5,000 people. Like 5,000. The guy who brought in the sound was a guy by the name of Brooklyn Bob. Brooklyn Bob was the guy that we, like me, LEG and Flight, we used to do the outdoor blockos.
Yeah.
And he brought that sound system indoors.
Yes.
Wow.
He said, I'm gonna give you, he's from Jamaica. Yo, Flight, may I give you blood clot sound?
Yeah.
You understand? He said, may I go give you a blood clot sound? Like, dude,
Wow.
that sound was, that shit was hitting you in your chest where I noticed something. Everybody was packed, but there was like a circle in front of the speaker. You couldn't get closer to that because it was hurting. The sound was so tight, so pure. It was hurting. People moved away from it. That's when I said, that's fucking sound.
That's
Yeah.
the sound.
That is
That's
crazy.
the wall of sound.
That is a tape.
Wow.
And the bar was on wheels, and upstairs that they were selling the food, just like patties and things like that, whatever. And when the police came, I mean, we're talking about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're still packed. Everybody's dancing. You know how house music goes. We're going all night. And the police show up. We rolled the bar into the freight elevator, pressed up, sent it all the way up, and put the fake padlock on the lock.
Bye.
What?
So the police showed up. Where's your bar? We don't have
We
one.
don't have a bar.
Oh, wow.
What?
Well, I
Oh,
see
my
cups
God.
and stuff on the floor. Yeah, that was before 3 o'clock.
That's
The bar's long gone now. And they're like,
Genius.
so c'est seulement musique? C'est seulement musique?
Oui.
Okay.
What? Love it.
Okay.
C'est trop dope.
That's it. And they left.
Trop.
And then the owner of the space, he lived all the way to the top. He's the one who told us, listen,
Cops are coming.
just send the bar up. He goes, once the freight elevator goes up, the only way it could come down is by this code.
There you
Wow.
go.
So even if the cops was to press down,
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
and we kept jamming in that place. We kept fucking doing parties there, man. It was just
dope.
beautiful. But that's the thing. My brother, it's so funny, but when we came to Montreal, we came with a concept only because we had family members that were already in the entertainment business over there.
Okay.
In New York, you know what I mean. So we just copied what we saw my cousins do, what I saw my godfather do, blah blah. And then we came to Montreal, and we were like, "Oh wow, there's nothing here. There's nothing that's happening here." So we saw like murmurs of something that could happen. So then we decided, okay, let's see if we can just inject some ideas around. And that's what we did. We found other people that had the same type of mentality. And then we rode from there.
From that, yeah.
And then we rode from there. And then we just kept going. And I kind of noticed that as we kept going, more people with the same mentality jumped in and jumped in and jumped in. And then, of course, you're going to get your rivals. You're going to get other people that have the same idea, but they don't want to be part of your camp. They
Exactly.
want to do their
They
own
wanna do
thing.
their own thing.
And now it's a
Yeah.
battle and da-da-da-da. That's okay. You know, now we're all friends. we're all friends, blah, blah.
But I wanted to congratulate you, especially this summer.
you.
You guys did that. The
Jazz Fest?
The Jazz Fest.
Yeah, that
was beautiful.
That was so dope.
That
That was
beautiful,
dope. That was a dope
man.
moment. I wasn't there
Dude.
because I was at another gig, but that was
3,800
looked
people.
amazing.
I was like,
Amazing.
what?
Like
Yeah.
still doing
I
it,
looked
man.
amazing.
It was fun, man. It was
Yeah.
fun. And
Yeah.
LDG didn't skip a beat.
Damn.
Still getting down.
LDG, yourself. I
I'm
mean,
watching
That's
him,
legendary,
and I'm
man.
like,
Is that even recorded?
Huh?
Can we see it online?
oh, I would love to. I'm not allowed to. Yeah, because
yeah.
they have the.
Copyrights.
I have the copies of the video,
okay.
but the rights belong
Yeah,
to the
of
station.
course, of course.
I could show it to you privately. I'm just realizing, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even be saying that.
No, but you know, we'll do some type of business.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like an FTP site or something. You
Yeah,
know?
that needs.
Where you can't download. But it was a lot of video.
Y'all
a
need
lot.
to find a way.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find a way.
Hey, we'll find a way.
All right.
Hey, we got flight today here, so
know
you
what I'm
know.
But by the way, before we change the topic on it, me and LDG are back together again
Nice.
to do another event, October the 12th
There you go.
at 2214 Dollard Avenue in LaSalle.
LaSalle.
In
We're
LaSalle.
going.
That was
Oh,
exactly.
you guys are my personal guys.
Oh,
by the way. You guys,
coming.
I'm making sure that
coming.
happens.
I'm not
And
missing
That's
that
actually
one.
the next questions.
Yeah.
The next question
next?
is what's next? What's next?
oh yeah, that as far as partying is concerned, that's the one that's next. You know,
Okay.
October
Okay.
the 12th, we're doing that. But truthfully, I'm more focused on studio because I got some stuff. I mean, you know, I got the Impulse stuff that I'm working on right now, right? But at the same time, I got some personal stuff and I'm negotiating right now with a specific label. I'm not naming it at the moment.
don't.
But it's a major, and hopefully, no, that's not wood. This is
That's not work.
Yeah. But tell me, this is it for production or for DJing?
no production.
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 Okay.
Creating music is my first love.
Okay.
That is, and my thing is that I create, which I only learned later on in life, that I create a very large vast of different types of stuff. You know, I don't just do black stuff. I do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
You do music.
That's it.
You do
Thank
music.
you. Thank you. Because a lot of people criticize me. Oh man, that song sounds so.
No, you do music.
Nah, man.
It
you
ain't
just
for
do
you.
music, man.
Exactly.
I didn't make
Yeah,
this.
man.
You were
That
not on
reminds
my
me
mind
of-
when I made
When you
it.
made it,
You know,
exactly.
it was crazy when the Premier was producing songs for Christina Aguilera. And I was
You
like,
understand?
oh, that's crazy.
I
That's
appreciate
nice. But it
that.
was
That's insane.
great music, though.
Yeah.
It was
But
great music.
Yeah.
he could never play it for his fan base
No.
because they wouldn't understand.
They wouldn't
it.
understand, but you
Like, I got
felt you
stuff-
felt his style through pop music, and it felt great.
Yeah. You like I got stuff. I want you to hear it after.
Oh, yeah.
I got stuff that is 100% underground.
Nice.
Congo drums on top of a
Yeah.
house track. Going,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I also have stuff that's tech house. And I also got stuff that's like live rock.
There you go.
I'm a songwriter. That's what I do. I love doing that because it doesn't allow me to hold back.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
sometimes with DJing, especially when I'm here in Montreal, you know what I love? I love watching online when I find out that you like left to go play in New York or you left to go play in Miami, something like that.
yeah.
And I'm like, go, nigga,
Mexico,
go,
Colombia.
get out,
Yeah.
go do yours, go do yours.
It's a question of connections and all that. And
Yeah, absolutely.
that's
But you get a chance to go out. You ever notice that when you go out, you're spreading your
Yeah.
wings, you're playing differently.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the only thing that bothers me here is because musically they're different here.
It keeps you contained.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow you to explore.
Yeah.
They really
sometimes-
stop. Like, it's traumatizing, Like, they just stop. If you try something new, you just stay there.
And they stare at you.
And they stare at you.
But this, you know what you said earlier, the story about Tony and the dancers.
Yeah.
And that's where I think I have a little edge. Is
Yeah.
because a lot of dancers are following me.
Good.
So
Rest. That I know. That I know.
naturally.
Yeah.
So because of that, boom, on the dance floor, people are looking. Oh, they see the reaction, and then
Yeah.
it's it's easier. But anyways, it's just a little parenthesis.
We have-
But that's exactly it,
Yeah.
and that's the point. The point is that you have somebody that's capable of teaching the rest of the audience what you're playing, because it's teaching. It's a teachable moment, And some audiences. That's why I love, like, when I leave here and I'm playing out, oh my God, my wings are spread. I'm throwing in whatever I want. Roy Ayers stuff and blah, blah, blah. When I'm here, I realize I have to behave.
With your crowd, yeah.
Have to behave. I have to play what I gotta play, and we call it a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But as far as what I'm doing future-wise, dude, I'd love to come back when the stuff is finished and play it live for you guys. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So we can get down from
For
there.
sure.
Respect
Let's
to
make
that.
it happen.
Queen,
Yep,
what
yep.
you got for us?
Let's get into our section. Let's get into the section.
Get into
It's the rapid question.
The rapid
Uh-oh, here we go.
question. So-
rapid.
Here we
So
go.
we used to call
Back.
it's sort of a rapid fire type of segment, rather.
Okay.
But we call it now.
Back to back.
Back to back.
On
Yeah,
a
back to back.
soundtrack.
We got
That's right.
three questions each that we will ask you, and you're just gonna decide between this and that, and sometimes it's even both. So,
Both or none,
There you
maybe.
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants to start? Bloop.
I got
Good
that.
stuff. It's good stuff.
So, clubs or festivals?
Oh wow. That's difficult because I love them both equally for different reasons. Yeah, because with a club, it's more what do you call that? Closer. It's more
intimate.
Intimate, that's
Yeah.
the phrase I was looking for. It's more intimate. With a festival, you're feeding off of the energy of how many, and you're above and you're just doing your thing. That's hard, man. That was a hard one. Is this the one where I got a drink?
Ain't no drink chance. Make sure I'm not that
Next time we need to bring that out. Okay, I got a question. So vinyls or CDJs?
Vinyls.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Okay,
vinyls.
quick.
Vinyls.
that was easy.
Yeah, vinyls because it's a feeling on your hands. It's a feeling on because with CDJs, like, the platter's about this big,
And it's cold.
and you're moving like that. And with vinyl, I'm coming
you
like
got
this.
more.
It's like
Yeah, there's
I
a
got a wide
groove.
range, you know?
Yes.
It's the groove.
Yeah. I could play around because I cut either this way or I cut this way. You know?
I love that way, too.
CDJs, you can't cut this way. You think you can, but you can't because your finger slips. The closer you get to the center, your finger slips. You know? But when you're on vinyl, you're in control. You know? So that's just me. Vinyl.
I know you play a lot of music, but if I, you know, in the DJ Flight era,
Yeah.
house or hip hop?
House.
Yo, I wasn't expecting that, but
I love my hip hop. I was born and raised on hip hop. But if you want to talk about a music that touches my soul,
Yeah, nothing like house.
it's house.
House.
House sends me somewhere that, as much as I love my hip hop, I can never reach there with hip hop. You know, a lot of people don't understand. I'll say this fast. A lot of people don't understand, especially people that have never really experienced house. Sometimes they make the mistake and they think that, you know, Show Me Love from Robin S., that's house. That's one aspect of house. But it's not the house that I'm talking about.
That's more commercial.
Exactly. I'm talking about the underground shit. I'm talking about the shit that makes you cry at night. I'm talking about the shit that you can lie down on your bed, totally dark with one neon light, and you're going through.
Yeah, I'm going through it. I
You know
go
what I'm
through it,
saying?
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Go through something, man.
You know, hip hop, if you do that with hip hop, you're going somewhere dark.
Yes.
Yes.
You're going somewhere dark. I made that mistake. You're going somewhere dark. I don't want to go somewhere dark. I'm already dark. I want to go to the light.
Absolutely.
So if you ask me, if I want to have a party, yeah, hip hop.
Hip-hop,
But if
yeah.
I want to go deep, if I want to take you somewhere, if I want to go on a voyage, I'm going house.
Okay.
I'm going house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Might be a dumb question. When you play, host or no host? When you play, well, not when you're the host, of course.
Right. I don't care.
You don't care?
Nah.
No.
If there's a host rocking, then we rocking. If there's no host, it's okay.
It's okay.
My job
What
is
if it's
to,
a bad host, though?
what if it's
And what if it's a bad host?
I know how to
Give
work
me the
with
mic.
that.
Oh,
I
you
know
work
how
with
to
it?
work with. Yeah, I know how to work.
You don't
with
say like unplug the mic, you confiscate
I don't
it.
bother with him.
He's seen me do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Give me the mic. You have no business to be on the mic. I'm the host, like, shut up.
No.
You see me do that.
You know what? To me, I'm going to tell you something, and it's funny. It's funny that you said that because this happened at the Jazz Fest. At the end of the Jazz Fest, I said I want to do an open mic. So I told everybody in the audience, if you're an MC, come to the stage, come through here. I'm giving you your first chance. I'm giving you your opportunity on live TV. I'm giving you, come grab the mic.
Nice.
And everybody comes. I heard some people get on that I was like, ooh,
Okay.
he's nice.
Nice.
And then this one brother.
Yeesh. Do you
And
know me?
of course he was a brother.
Yeah.
You know, and he came and sat to say, he came in and he's, brother, where you from?
Please.
Cameroon. Okay. He got on, okay, and started saying, and I said, Lord have mercy.
Oh, damn it. Oh, damn
I said,
it.
Lord, I let him on. They said, yo, shut the mic up. No.
Let him go.
no, no, no.
Let him get it out of his
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
He'll be good. He'll be good.
Yeah, but he's gonna no. Everybody has creative energy.
There you
Let
go.
him get it
Let
out.
him get it out.
Let him get it out. And he got it out. And then he looked at me and he handed me the mic. I said, and I looked at him and I said, thank you, brother. Thank you for you. I let it be. And I feel the same. Listen, whether it's an MC or whether it's a DJ, sometimes you get MCs that do stuff that you're like, oh my God, what is he doing? And then sometimes, sad to say, you get DJs that are playing stuff that you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Let them do their
Okay.
thing. Because listen, eventually what's going to happen is the audience is going to tell you.
Yeah.
It's not for me to tell
Yeah.
you.
It's
The
going.
audience is
It's
gonna tell you.
natural.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, does DJ Flight, aka Super Dude, I love it. I love it.
I love it. I see the bell bottoms.
And there was Melba and an afro.
Thank you.
Boy. Oh boy. Requests? You take requests or no requests?
I hate requests. I really do. But I'll take them.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take them. But I won't take requests on house.
No.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
I won't
exactly.
do it. I won't do it. When they come up to me, do you have? I say, shh.
Just
And I go,
ride the wave.
I go, feel that.
yes,
You feel it?
yes.
And they go, yeah, I feel it. Then go.
Go.
Go enjoy it.
Right.
Go feel
Go
it.
enjoy it.
Go feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, Flight.
Go ahead.
Oh. Would you rather, I would say, mix, wait, I have to think about that one.
It's all good.
Do you rather mix in the city, like in the area, or do you rather travel?
Local or international?
Yeah, local versus international.
I'd rather travel.
You rather travel, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And did you
I've traveled a lot.
travel a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing is like I traveled more 90s and stuff like that and early 2000s
Okay.
than now. But it seems like I'm gonna start pushing for that to start all over again.
Nice.
But I'm waiting for like the music to be finished and whatever. And
Okay.
then
So
you know what I
you can
mean?
promote the music as
Exactly,
well.
you know, get it
Yeah.
out there, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But I would rather play out because then to me, the chains are off. You know? Locally, I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like I've done what I could locally.
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird when you go to play at a club, but you remember what that club was 3 nightclubs
Yes.
ago.
Ago.
Wow.
Different name,
Yeah.
different owner.
Different name, different
Yeah.
owner. The decor is slightly different,
Yeah.
but you know the layout. The layout is still the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
So you're like, it starts to feel weird. And to be honest with you, it's even more weirder for me because I'll playing and all of a sudden I see my kids walk in.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel you.
But my kids are grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You know,
feel
my
you.
kids are in their 30s. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's like, he's like, damn.
no, because my daughter's 27.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
there you go.
So
I
my
feel
kids
you.
are walking in, you know,
Yeah.
they were 35, 33,
Yeah.
you know, and they're walking in and, hey, Dad. I'm like, oh, shit, what's
shit.
up?
Look, that's my dad.
But
You know what I mean?
still doing it. You still
That's
doing
Oh,
it.
I could tell you stories, especially with
That
my
is dope.
daughter. My daughter be like, that's my dad. And I'm just like, oh.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm trying to talk to this girl, you know, and she's like, that's my dad. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I lost my opportunity.
All right, so let's go to the night. I'm out. That's my cue.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Does Flight? What?
That's
No,
it.
no,
No,
This
that
is
might have a last one.
That's
That's my last one.
You go ahead.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
each have one last one.
yeah. That's my last one.
So go.
I was the first one, so that's
There
the
you
last
go.
one.
So that's your last one.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Does Flight move alone or with a team? Anything you do, like whether it's studio gigs, whatever.
The funny thing is, I've always been known as a loner. You want to know what I learned in life? What I learned in life is before you can move with a team, you have to learn how to love yourself. You have to learn how to move alone. You have to be comfortable. You have
right.
to learn how to be comfortable by yourself.
I feel you.
You know? And only when you're comfortable by yourself, you don't have to go looking for a team. The team will find you. You know?
There you
Mm.
But
go.
they're only gonna come to
DJL.
you. They're only gonna come to you once you're comfortable with you.
With yourself, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I go either or. With certain things that I do, I'm 100% alone.
Nice.
But with certain things that I do, you know, it's funny. It's when I'm playing either open format or house, I'm 100% alone. When I'm playing like R&B, hip hop, this, not whatever, I'm fully with a team.
You're the team.
Okay.
That's so weird. It's funny that you put that question, but it's the first time that I'm thinking about it. And right now I just realized I've never been alone when I'm playing just R&B and hip hop.
Hip hop, yeah.
It's always been with a team.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
but when house, I don't ever remember having anybody with me when I'm doing house. That's so weird, but that's how it turned
It's
out.
a feeling, anyways. So.
I get it. Though. I get
exactly.
it. Though. I get
exactly.
it.
You know, you just,
My last question is going to be, do you manager or no manager?
I would rather manage her.
Yeah.
I would rather manage her. I do either or. Like some gigs, it's with manager, and some gigs, it's not.
Like bookers, you mean, or?
No, I recently, actually, just recently, like more recently than you know, I have walked away from my manager.
Oh,
Okay.
So I'm technically an open agent right now.
Okay.
You know, for it's whatever personal reasons. But I rather have somebody, and here's the reason why it's important, especially if you're a DJ today. It's important that you have somebody representing you. Here's the reason why. When you walk into a nightclub, a venue, a festival of any kind, whatnot, from a business standpoint, what I do besides DJ is I own a BPO call center. So I have a different hat that I wear, and how I think, and the other people that I speak to are from the same niche. I listen to them when they speak. When they're doing something and you don't have somebody that represents you, they see it as you're not important enough.
Ah,
So
yeah. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Treat you like you're not important
You're right.
enough.
I get it.
Hey, I get it now.
So when you have somebody calling on your behalf,
Yeah. It gives you leverage.
speaking on your behalf,
Yeah.
it's big.
you have an easier way
That's how
in
I
the
think.
door than
True.
somebody
Yep.
who's, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, you just said something very important, my man.
I would have never gotten the Jazz
Yep.
Fest when I got the Jazz Fest if it was just me by myself. I had a whole team that spoke on my behalf.
It looks more serious. like-
Whenever I'm doing something serious, we just finished doing the documentary, Les Racines du Hip Hop.
Yeah.
That's by the way.
Right,
Very,
you
very
know,
nice.
which they
Can't wait for
actually
season 2, man.
right, exactly. They just finished redubbing the English version to that, and it's on YouTube.
Yes.
And the French version
Bravo.
is also on EC Quebec, I believe. Yeah,
It's on Télé-Québec.
Télé-Québec, that's what it is.
Télé-Québec, yeah.
I'm
Télé-Québec.
mixing.
Ici, Montréal and
I'm
Télé-Québec.
old.
Ah,
What
You
it
know,
is.
Télé-Québec, the French version is on Télé-Québec, and you can still go and watch it. It's free.
Even on your phone.
Yeah.
It's
I'll watch
totally
it on
free.
my
You can
phone.
watch it. And in order for that to happen, I had to have proper representation that took care of me. The person who actually opened that door for me and handled my business for me was Stéphane Murray,
Nice.
the lawyer. You know, and Stéphane is family. You know, so to me, I was like,
And
she
the singer.
Big shout to
handled,
Stéphane.
He's
she
a singer.
handled business.
Nice.
You know what I mean? But it got everybody's attention because, you know, if it wasn't for Stéphane, you know, I'm not saying that they would think this way because I actually really like them and I think they're very straight.
What? That's
But
cool.
they could have been, le nec qui est là.
Yeah.
Je sais pas.
Je sais pas qu'est-ce que tu veux.
Professeur,
Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Ouais, lui, il est toujours dans l'avion.
Ouais, c'est ça. C'est un flight, on ne sait pas, whatever. But when she got involved, they went, oh. And all the T's were crossed, all the I's were
crossed.
dotted.
Shout out,
Yeah.
Stéphane.
You know what I'm saying? So at
Nice.
that point, I noticed everybody spoke different to me since I brought her in. Everybody started asking me, do you want another contract for that? Do you want a contract for that? I said, I want a contract for everything.
For everything.
Absolutely everything. So going back to your original question before when you said, do you have any footage? The only reason why out of everybody, the only reason why I have full footage is because it was stipulated in my
In the
contract.
contract.
Nice.
So I have absolute full footage. And when I say full footage, I mean the raw footage, the MOV.
Nice.
The raw,
Yeah,
unedited
yeah.
footage. So I could do with it as I please.
Okay.
While nobody else can. You know what I mean? Even the TV station would still need our permission to do with as
that's
whatever.
a boss
but I
move,
could do
man.
whatever. Stefan hooked me up.
That's
She
amazing.
Boss move, man.
She's
For
the one
real.
who told me straight. She told me here in Quebec, don't go for percentage because it's Quebec. Do this, do that. She broke it down. She broke it down. But to answer that question, I would go with management.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would go with management because
It makes a lot of sense.
Probably.
The way
Nice.
you broke it down,
Experience management.
Makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna need a manager.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm looking for a new one. Let's shop together.
Let's shop together. So you have it.
Yeah, manager
Flight.
or
It's 2
agent.
for 1.
Agent. I'm more for the
There you
agent.
go.
I'm more for the agent. I'm more for the agent.
Because at the moment, if you don't have management, at least have agent.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agents.
As a DJ, you need an agent.
Exactly.
As a producer, you need
You need
management.
management.
You
Yeah.
need management.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Feaster.
Okay.
Who's
okay.
Feaster?
I'm gonna check
Feaster.
that. I'm
Go
gonna
check it out.
that.
After.
We'll talk after
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
My last question is very, very simple. Flight. Is Flight dying behind the turntables or is he retiring?
That's a serious question.
I thought he tried to say something like, I saw your last set, nigga.
You died on the tables. You died on the tables.
I said, are you dying doing it or do you retire first?
Oh, okay.
I should have. The way he said it, I was
shit.
like, well, damn.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I saw
damn.
you, my man.
Is he trying to say something about my last
Ain't
set?
going on, man.
No.
It's not happening.
I
not
went
happening.
there. I went there.
You look dead, my nigga.
My man. Picture Flight at 98 years old.
Boom.
You understand?
That's it.
Hearing aid and all.
That's it.
With the headphones on his head.
Yeah.
I will never, ever,
That's
ever
amazing.
retire.
That's
Yo.
amazing.
I won't.
Respect,
I won't.
man.
You know what? I got respect. Because even my wife at the time, she looked at me and she said straight up, she said, "You're never gonna let go of this, are you?" And I said, "No."
She was hoping for
She
a
was-
nice retirement.
No, she loves. See, here's the funny thing, because her father was because she's Jewish. Her father was a very well known recording artist and musician in the Jewish community. So she grew up
With music.
With that.
mixers
Okay.
and studio monitors, and she grew up with all that. You know what I mean? And her father passed still recording.
Whoa.
So in her mind, this is just a continuation.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because even her brothers are all involved.
And now her son?
Huh?
Her son
No,
now
her
is
brother,
with
her brother.
No, I mean like your son.
No. My son is with somebody else. Don't put all my cards out.
We
Don't put all my cards out. See what he's doing? You see?
I was not going there. He decided to go there.
He had to know.
The people want to know.
People want to know. But yeah, so when she turned around, she goes, "You're not going to," and I realized at that moment, I was like, I don't see myself stopping as long as I could. I was so happy, not that Robert we met left us. That's not what I was happy at. I was happy at the fact that he said long time ago, "Rudy, I'm gonna go like this." And he did.
He did. He did.
He went out doing what he loves, man. He was 74 years old.
Yeah.
You know, he passed 2 weeks after our last gig.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Like, he was dedicated.
Yeah.
Like, he lived it. That was his thing. So to
Shout
me,
out.
if I'm lucky, if I'm lucky enough, and I still get gigs and still whatever, I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love
man.
to. That's it, man.
Well, I wish it to you, Flight.
Thank you.
I
Absolutely.
played with you.
Thank you.
I've been supporting you. I know you're supporting us too. Thank
for
you
real.
for
For real.
coming. Where can we find you?
You can find me, as far as online, you can find me on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm changing name, but at the moment it's DJ Flight Almighty. But I'm dropping the Almighty
Almighty.
part.
Back to Super
And-
Dude. Going back to Super Dude. Exclusive.
You know what I realized? I should have
Super
never said
Dude. The new Super Dude, though. It's the new Super Dude.
I should have never said that.
Come on, this family
I'm
trying
gonna
to
walk down the
get
street, everyone's going, Super Dude. I saw you on the podcast, Super Dude.
They gonna hire you, man. You gonna have a lot of gigs with Super Dudes.
Super Dude.
Find it cool.
Disco. He plays disco only. Super Dude plays disco only.
With a cape.
With a
Super
cape,
Dude.
Super Dude.
Yo, that's a concept, man.
Yo, big shout out to your brother, man.
Yeah, so where else can we find you?
Oh yeah, Facebook, Instagram, they're all the same names. TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm on
Nice.
TikTok. Big. I
We should
love
take
TikTok.
You see?
I love TikTok.
It's time to go.
Maybe you're gonna inspire me because I haven't. You know.
You need to get on TikTok.
I know.
Yeah.
TikTok is a whole new realm.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
I'm going to show you something about TikTok because my background is actually marketing. So with TikTok, what TikTok is doing today, you can't do on Facebook. You can't do on Instagram.
The level
because
of
the
engagement,
the algorithm with Facebook. With Facebook,
Face crack.
you know what I mean, and IG.
It's too restricted.
But on
it's very
purpose,
restricted.
it's done on purpose because they want you to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's designed where you could do whatever you want, but nowhere on earth is the amount of posts and stuff that you're doing going to be engaging enough for you to put it out. But the second you start putting money on,
you're done. Even then, they don't even allow you to have as much cover as you want. It's dependent on the amount of money that you put. Yeah.
If you start putting a couple thousand, now they're going to release a little bit.
To break the algorithm is very hard. I think I have something. We'll talk.
Okay.
But what he's saying is true.
But TikTok,
the reels are live because of TikTok.
Yeah. Because TikTok wants to see, TikTok is fighting a giant animal right now. It's fighting the United States.
Yeah.
Because it's China.
And the reason why it's fighting the United States is because TikTok is not holding back as far as the truth is concerned.
Right.
United States has always controlled its media.
Yeah.
So you only see what they allow you to see. TikTok is allowing you to see whatever is out there. There's a lot of things that happen in Montreal. I'll show you a fast example. There's a lot of things that happen in Montreal in the streets, protests and whatnot, that no media in Montreal covered. But TikTok put the full film footage from a cell phone. Put it all out there. The police were hitting, all that stuff was all filmed on different people's phones, and they uploaded it to TikTok. But every time that they try to upload it to Facebook or Instagram, it got taken down.
But that's why they came with that. You can't post
The
news thing,
the
whatever.
news.
That's exactly it.
Well, the main reason with Facebook, and I'm glad you brought that up, the main reason with that is Trudeau's government was trying to financially tax Facebook, IG, and TikTok, and a couple of the others. They were trying to financially tax them to say that you guys have to pay a certain amount of money in order for our news to go out there, because the news media were complaining a lot of people were not purchasing news.
Right.
They weren't purchasing news. They're going on TikTok for their news.
Right.
So, the Trudeau government said, okay, let's figure out something else where we can make some whatever, because usually when a government does that, it's because they're doing something else that they don't want you focusing here. They want you to focus over there.
Exactly.
So they said, let's make a little bit of noise over here so that we can keep doing over here. They did not expect Meta to move the way Meta did. Meta said, you know what? Fuck you. That's it. Canada, we're not putting any more Canadian news up there. If it was United States, Meta would have bent down.
Oh, okay.
But it's Canada.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? There's more people in the state of Texas than there is in all of Canada. So Meta was like, nigga, please. And they said, that's it. And Trudeau's government was like, oh, shit. They actually did it.
They can do that?
Yeah.
They can do that. And they did it.
They did.
So besides TikTok, you have any other platforms?
Well, I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have Facebook.
Okay.
I just recently started with Telegram.
Okay.
And Telegram is a little bit different of an animal, but I like the way Telegram is moving right now. Yeah. And I have my WhatsApp, and my WhatsApp is for...
Do you have YouTube?
And what are the names?
Yeah, I have my YouTube I had some problems with because the company that I had some employees that I had to let go. And they hacked my Facebook and they hacked my YouTube.
Oh, wow.
I got my Facebook fixed, but for some odd reason I can't get my YouTube back.
Okay.
So it looks like I'm gonna have to,
But it's what, DJ Flight everywhere?
Yeah,
or?
well, I'm gonna have to recall it, rename it, whatever, because I can't seem to access that. But I mean, the good thing is that eventually I'll get it off the ground. But as far as social media is concerned, my IG is tight. My Facebook page is tight.
What's the name?
DJ Flight Almighty.
DJ Flight Almighty.
Yeah. Because as an MC, I'm the Almighty Flight. As a DJ, I was DJ Flight Almighty.
Okay.
When I'm doing house, I'm DJ Flight.
There you go.
Gotcha.
This flight.
Just Flight.
Et tu vois dans le flight, oui, là.
C'est
Non,
Je rentre dans le flight,
Yo,
là.
oui.
Va-t'en toi-même souffler.
That's it, boy, that's it, dans le couloir,
Dans le
oui.
Non,
couloir.
mais c'est Fontaine. C'est le professeur Fontaine. C'est un créole, tape d'où ça.
Yo,
Ah, c'est Joe. Fous ton dehors. Agile, nous, merde.
sweetlarock, where can we find you?
At sweetlarock, sweetlarock.com.
OK.
Don.Barbarino. Hein? C'est
Don point.
Whoa.
Non, c'est
Pas
Don
partout.
Barbarino.
Don Barbarino.
He got the sunglasses at
Je
night.
suis mélangé avec mon email, but anyway. DonBarbarino.com.
Don't send him an email.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you don't have to. Unless it's business related, you can check me,
yeah.
but if not, I don't give.
And Godsta, where can we find you?
Godsta, Godsta, everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube pretty soon. And yeah.
Amazing.
That's pretty much it.
And
Yeah,
online.
man.
Don't
La
forget
DJ.
to follow La DJ Live
Ben oui.
on
DJ
Instagram
Live.
at
DJ
at
Live.
la_DJ_life.
Yeah.
Again,
Thank you.
Et bientôt YouTube.
Almighty Flight,
Thank you.
DJ
AKA
Flight,
Super
Dude.
No, Super Dude. The new Super Dude. Let it go.
On this, we're going
You know where to reach 'em.
We're going to close the first season
First season.
on this amazing.
What?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
man.
Congratulations to you guys on your first season.
Thank you.
Yo, honestly, this was a lot of fun. You guys rock.
We appreciate you. We appreciate
you.
You guys
This was
rock.
a lot of fun for us, man.
Yeah,
Having a
man.
legend like
I was
Fly coming in. He's the original. That's original DJ.
Respect.
You can't
That's what's
have.
up.
This is the roots.
You went the
of what-
longest.
Yo.
You went the
Yeah.
longest because we could cut that off, man. That was so amazing.
Yo,
Respect.
Yeah,
we go how we go.
Yeah,
when
we
you have
got
a
a good
legend, you
show.
don't cut him off.
Oh, my bad.
You
I hope
just
I didn't
stay-
overtalk.
No,
I know I do.
no, but we have to get you back anyways with
Oh, yeah, you
LDG.
gotta get
I
a
think
part
I
two.
think
Yeah.
we need to have
More
another
If you think I
show.
talk
a lot, wait till you hear.
I want to hear both. But anyways,
I
it
think
was.
you skipped a big part. Like, there's so much we could have covered.
There's so much I know.
Yeah.
Like, I want to hear other stuff, like your worst gigs.
Yeah.
You know, like
man.
plenty of things. But
Yeah.
So this
we'll
was
come
part
back.
one
Absolutely.
officially.
There's gonna be other seasons.
Gigs that we got
DJ
chased.
Live.
We got chased out of town.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what I want to
yeah,
hear.
man.
So we'll definitely be back. But thank you so much for the
Thank
support.
you.
Blessings.
The
Thank you.
generosity was awesome.
That
Thank you.
DJ
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
760 Media. Shout out. Check out this spot. C'est incroyable. 760 Media. Studio d'enregistrement, studio de show, podcast, studio de photo. Yo, checkez ça.
On va enregistrer ça.
Ouais.
Faire une petite publicité.
Ben ouais.
Thank you so much,
All
my
right,
people.
guys.
On
Peace.
that, we are out.
LDJL.